in college.
In Berkeley, California. You got it. This one's for three. AJ Hawk, $5,000. USA! USA! USA!
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey! Why? Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people. And welcome back to glorious Phoenix, Arizona, the Biltmore Hotel, the home of the league meetings. This glorious Tuesday begins right now.
Sports
are the greatest, and we're so incredibly lucky that we get a chance to chat about them every single day. We're here live at the Biltmore Hotel, which is this is a pretty uppity spot.
Whoa.
We got really nice furnishings. We got good couches here. We got good restaurants here. And this place hosted a party last night that was one of the greatest events I've ever gone to, I would say. Every human in the NFL was at this place last night. Mm-hmm. Most of them having a booze cocktail or two.
What?
It was a great time out here. And I would say Indianapolis, the Combine, is where a lot of free agency conversations kind of take place, like seeds are planted. I think for here, the league is kind of pieced together at what happened last night.
Yeah.
The amount of humans that were together last night, you would never expect. Obviously, I mentioned yesterday about how I walked into a room over here where all the NFC coaches were talking, and it was all the local media, it was all media people. And I walked in and I go, oh, there's a lot of enemies in here. There's a lot of people that everybody's enemies are here. That's what I learned last night. And it seemed like everybody just kind of put their swords aside and had a good time for football.
Let's get boozed up.
This has been spectacular. We are very grateful and thankful that we are here. Now, granted, a lot of the sessions in which they are voting on what the NFL looks like is happening directly during our show. So us bringing this whole song and dance out here, was it the right move? That'll be judged. That'll certainly be judged. But the event we went to last night was certainly worth the trip, and we are very grateful that we've been welcomed here. A lot of news coming out of this thing, a lot of coaches talking, a lot of people telling the truth. Now, is it the liquid courage that is getting these people to tell the truth? Potentially. I will not name names, but I saw some drinking performances last night out of general managers and coaches at this particular hotel that I would put up there as maybe elite. Elite. And then I saw some people roll into these little press conferences 7:15 a.m. this morning, and I said, that's the football difference. That's kind of what we're on here, too. No IVs, not a lot of Pedialytes. We have not found the electrolytes yet.
Nope.
We don't have a lot of sleep running through our soul, but we do know sports are fantastic. The Final Four is this weekend. Baseball is continuing to be electrifying, and the NFL is always alive. It's not just me here. It's a great group of dudes. The Talks Tables here at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. Con Man, the Patriots are represented very well in this particular party. Yesterday, we saw the coach's annual photo.
Yeah.
And Mike Vrabel won it as we were seeing the setup. Our sources are telling me that he was proud of what he did in that coach's photo, where he took both armrests on that plane. And I'll tell you, with the white pants, it's hard to miss what he's got going on in that front row.
Yeah, you can kind of tell just who's from Ohio, who's from Pennsylvania, just by the photo itself. Look at Big Mike up there.
Dominant.
Yeah, reeks of Pittsburgh. And so that's kind of the best thing for me. The hotel last night, you said it. I mean, kind of like a John Wick Continental, if you will, where all the assassins go, but they can't kill each other. Very similar to what happened last night. Everyone goes.
I think that's a great way to describe it.
And there's no beef. It is just, hey, you want a booze cocktail? I want a booze cocktail. Let's just hang out for a little. Now, some people, conversations went left. Some people, they went right. It was an incredible time overall, though. And you mentioned Vrabes. I mean, he delivered on all fronts. We can just say right now, the NFL, the league, New England in particular, is in good hands when Mike Vrabel is at the helm. And I feel like we all had a great time in our own little experience with certain people. And it's fun to hear your guys's tell stories about ours. But, I mean, one of the better things, too, was even just catching up with Mike Greenberg this morning.
Yeah.
That guy, he's first ballot Hall of Fame, but hell of a night here at the Biltmore, whatever the hell it's called.
Ty Schmidt, you were holding court in multiple different cities last night. So each kind of city gathers by themselves, and then there's a little bit of mingling. Ty held court in Green Bay and in Seattle last night. And I'll tell you what, it was an honor to watch. It was an honor to watch. You put on a performance last night that I think people will be talking about for some time. But on that note, did you learn anything that is relevant to ball or to your fanhood or anything like that from last night's massive booze conversations you were having?
You tried to, but those conversations you would have had to have those within like the first 30 minutes we were there. Because really it was after that kind of just, all right, strap in, boys. We're kind of going. So, you get
everybody was boozing.
They were.
Hard.
I did not expect. Now, it's a football event. Football people normally good time havers, especially whenever you're not doing ball, which is what everybody in the NFL does all the time. So it was as if you just get like the first sense of freedom. It felt like what it was last night. And everybody really dove into the freedom. I think it was a lot of celebration of freedom last night. And I didn't expect it. I almost didn't go.
Yeah. No, I don't think any of us knew what to expect.
Yeah.
Really.
And that would have been a mistake. I think a lot of things are happening for the NFL in that meeting.
Yeah.
In that situation.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think there's a lot of good things happening around there. You might have been in the middle of a couple of them.
Well, and, kudos to the NFL, too. Obviously, they're not doing anything second rate, but I think the venue was part of it. You walked out there, and it's almost like we were in just like a different world. Like it's just so nice. Like Connor mentioned, no one's really trying to, let their beefs be known, even though everyone knows about these things. But then, when you have the opportunity to just sit down with a GM of one franchise and a head coach of a different franchise and just bullshit for 45 minutes. Like, you're not getting that opportunity anywhere else. So that's why, this was so special.
Lucky to be here. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys, AP Tone is here. We've missed Hammer Dahn yesterday and today. Obviously, can't wait to see you guys back in the Thunderdome tomorrow. Gambling right now. All eyes are on the Final Four. Are we gambling on how many catchers dunk in the face of umpires? It feels like that's going to be the position that is going to be finally getting a one-up on the umps. Can I be betting on how the umps are doing? Because let me tell you, as somebody who has publicly advocated for players having a pipeline into becoming NFL referees, mostly because I think players understand the game, especially if they get to a professional level, where if you were to teach them the ins and outs of being an official, they'd probably be able to figure it out. Since the beginning of time, I assume catchers and umpires have had very interesting relationships. And catchers, obviously, all day, every day for their entire life have been strike zoning. That's why framing it is so important, because they're trying to find what the strike zone is supposed to look like. Now that the catchers can publicly execute
pretty
the
much.
umpire back to back to back to back to back pitches. Wow. What a flip in the entire thing whenever it comes to it. Can I bet on what catchers are going to beat what umpires? Because that's not a bad little bet
No.
that could potentially come. And it's almost becoming one of the most electrifying things of baseball right now.
Yes, everything has been awesome about it. And I know you cannot bet on specifically, what catchers or what umpires are going to be worse or whatever. And if will a team go perfect today on their ABS challenges or whatever. But I am interested to see, we get a week or two into this, because the catchers statistically have been so much better than, let's say, the batters or the pitchers or whatever. Is it going to be beneficial to maybe unders because they are getting so many more strike calls and less batters on base in situations like this? If you're going to put a batter on base, no, because an ABS challenge is going to keep them in the box, keep more strikeouts. Will that lead to more unders in situations like that? I'm very interested to see once we get some more data on this situation, I think the runs would be more effective than anything.
I don't know why the crown couldn't be up for me betting on Salvi beating the hell out of what's his name?
We'd have to ask. It was CB Buckner. I don't know if it was him, but one of these guys.
If it's a part of the game and it's regulated by the league,
we got to ask the crown.
I don't know how can we get that, because that would be a good time. Because some of these catchers, I think they've been waiting for this moment literally their entire life.
Oh yeah.
Obviously they're professionals now, but I assume a lot of these guys, the amount of confidence they had as high schoolers, they probably got into it with umps. I would assume maybe even little league getting into it with umps.
Well, that's
now in front of 40,000 people, they have the opportunity to finally go.
Oh yeah.
Bitch, basically, is what's happening there. Yankees went 5 for 5 yesterday.
Yeah, and
that's a big storyline. Storyline, they made the pitch clock to make it faster. Storyline, all the stars played great last season. Storyline, Big Dumper, who hit a walk-off last night. Oh no. Is he back?
Dump's back.
Oh no, is he back? There's a lot of good storylines. This year's storyline is going to be ABS, and it is going to be what are the umps' real purpose in this whole thing, and the catchers continuing to dominate them is problematic, I think, for refs everywhere if players are kind of going to be right for their warranted upsetness.
So as you know, I grew up as a catcher, and the first day one you are taught not to show up the ump because he's the most important part. Yes, you can frame, but if it's a strike and he misses it, you're you don't make noises, don't turn around and show him up
because they're sensitive.
Yeah, and they're not going to give you calls the rest of the game. But now you can basically do whatever you want because you are the one back there determining whether you're going to challenge these calls or not. You still don't want to show them up because there's a lot of calls that aren't challenged. You're not challenging the first pitch in a bat or something like that. I haven't seen anything like that yet. So you still don't want to show them up. It's going to be interesting, the catcher-ump relationship on how many times they get challenged.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a power contrast, because the catchers are now in charge.
Yeah.
And that is beautiful. Get 2 ABSs. If you're right, though, they remain. So you can't have 20 if you're right the entire time. And these umps, little accountability coming very public.
See, and this is what was awesome, too. I don't know how much of that we'll get, but, it was in the 4th inning, and the Yankees had already gotten, 5 challenges, right? And Boone from the dugout yells, hey, fucking wake up. Let's go. This is bad. So umpires responding to that and maybe tossing a manager out for basically just being hey, you've been shit all night. That is absolutely going to happen as well. So it's
my God.
It's a whole new element that is, it really has been, no pun intended, it's been a home run thus far.
Oh yeah, it has been taking a lap around the bases, hasn't it? The best part about it is we remember managers, kicking dust. That's all over like little centimeters.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
And now the managers and the catchers get to be like, just like we've been saying this whole time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's crazy.
And umps can still throw them out if they, are like.
I don't like your attitude.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful thing. Good for baseball. 9-year NFL vet, Darius J. Butler's here. D-Bucks.
Are the umps kind of on life support though? I'm always pro human. Look, I want to get the calls right, but I'm pro umps. I'm pro chain gang. Like I like certain things. Are the umps on their way out of here? Like why do we need them at this point?
That's a good question.
You still need them. There's going to be plays at the plate. They have other responsibilities, like where they have to go make calls. So I don't think we'll get to that point. But I'll tell you what, it's putting them all on notice. That's for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're live here at the NFL League meetings, and there's one man who's been pounding the pavement. He's been sending the texts. He's been shaking the hands. He's been trying to uncover everything that's going to come out of this league meeting cycle. Ladies and gentlemen, senior NFL insider for ESPN, Adam Schefter.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm great, Schefter. How are
T-Buck. Guys,
Shefty.
what's going on?
Good to see you.
Headphones.
Always an honor.
Do I need headphones? Okay.
Yes, this is yours.
Okay, great.
Is it loud or no?
It's okay. All good.
I don't know. I don't think your microphone is on.
No?
No.
Is it not on? I
Now
hear
it
myself
is.
talking in my ear.
It's on. Okay, yeah, you
There
sound
we go.
good. Hey, Schefter, how you doing, buddy?
It's great to be with you. I always love coming to Arizona. I was thinking I've been coming to these league meetings for 35 years, and they have a breakfast on Monday and Tuesday with each of the coaches. The NFC the first day, the AFC the second day. When I was coming to this breakfast back in the day, there were tables of coaches, head coaches, that were left unintended, like nobody there. Nobody there. Now you walk into that room, you can't even get in there. It's overflowing with it's like everything else in the NFL. The combine has grown. Owners' meetings have grown.
Draft.
Super Bowl's grown.
Free
Draft has
agency.
grown.
Yeah.
Everything is bigger.
Free agency frenzy. Yeah, I mean, everything is its own event. And I think it's because not only is the NFL brilliant at creating
but
events.
See, that's the coach's breakfast this morning. I'm just telling you, when I first started coming to these, there were tables where there might be one or two reporters at the table, maybe.
And then last night's event, all these people were all in a lawn, and every GM.
That's always been the case.
That's unbelievable.
That's always been the case.
That was an unbelievable event. I had no idea. People had told me about what it was.
Did that change your stance on these meetings?
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah, last night was pretty sick. Last night was pretty dope. I
Yeah,
was saying,
that-
we were very bummed that we were here yesterday. It was 130 degrees.
Wasn't it hot?
Couldn't get into anything. There was no reason. We're staying down the road. Couldn't even get
Yeah.
in here. It was like, why are we here? This is a bad idea. During our show, they have general sessions where they're voting on actual things. So, like, McCarthy had to sprint out of a meeting, came through the bushes to
dove
come
through the
over here.
bushes.
Had to sprint out.
It was just like, man, this is a waste of time. And a lot of people worked their asses off to build this entire thing. Like, it was very nice, but I felt bad idea for us to come all the way out here. I thought. Then last night,
We flipped you.
completely. Yeah, I mean, no offense to anybody else that was at that thing. Me and D-Butt were some of the last out of the building.
Yep.
Okay, so we were representing the program pretty well, I would say.
Beat my son out of there or not?
Yeah, we did. I saw your boy leave. I saw your boy
Hold
leave.
it down too.
He tried to come buy me a drink. To make up for the 11 situation. Little, I already had the tab. But on that note, what is coming out of this place? Because we know Combine is like free agency seed setting.
Yeah.
Last night was a very loose event where a lot of people were talking to a lot of people. How many, and yet Jay Glazer just put out the day drinking head coach thing that him and Tomlin put
Pool
together
party.
18 years ago. 28 of the 32 coaches went to that yesterday. They were there, from our source.
I was there.
Says, Schefter included, there was a meeting that they all had to be at 6, okay? I was told some of these coaches coming out of this pool, 5:15, 5:20, 5:30, very low odds of making it to the 6 o'clock
Sean
thing.
Payton holding court.
I'll say this. There was one
And then
coach I
there's-
saw yesterday.
Yeah.
I didn't see him last night.
Yeah, but you tell me about that, though. It feels like it's a good vibes, though. Is there a lot of decisions being made here? Is there ideas being made here? Or is this just like a camaraderie thing?
Honestly, I think it's a laid-back event. I think everybody's happy to be there. Free agency is such a slog on everybody, and the teams know the next month with the draft is going to be a brutal process for them. For the media, the draft is kind of fun. I mean, there's not a lot of hard news stories, like as opposed to free agency, where in the Thunderdome, trade, signing, boom, boom. This is a different feel. And here, this is a league event. It's everybody coming together. There aren't many times in a year where you get to do that. Roger Goodell will talk the end of the day today. They have a day of business. We'll probably get the league assist replay approved so that
For the year?
For the year, in the event, of course, that there are replacement refs, because that hangs over everything.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That was talked about a lot last night.
Yeah, I think that's coming.
I will say the year assistance or the ref NFL massive blowout happening. That's going to happen.
Well, I think all of it's on the table.
I think so too. Yeah.
All of it's on the table.
Yeah. The last night, everybody we talked to, it was like, "Hey, this refs thing," and they're like,
"It's a real deal."
Everybody's eyes just get real big.
We're not allowed to talk about.
Yeah, because we all lived through the replacement.
2012.
Basically, everybody that's in this building. There's not a lot of folks that are like that weren't a part of the league in some fashion, us included. It was like, hey, that was a nightmare. That was not good. Let alone the Fail Mary. Everybody goes to Fail Mary, which is the worst call in history and an embarrassment. Every single down, there is something that the refs have to do.
Yeah.
That these replacement refs couldn't do. And now none of the refs that think they can get to the NFL will break the union. So we're staring down another thing. But we're watching MLB right now. If we got league tech assists happening,
that's huge.
That could be bad for refs long term. So they might be kind of rolling the dice here, Shefty. If you catch what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, and that's why there's such a disagreement on the value of what officials should be making a year. And the officials, I think they do a great job, and I think they're entitled to get whatever they can get, and hopefully the two sides can figure it out. But I go back to 2012. I know everybody remembers the Seattle Green Bay game as the symbolic moment. Everybody thinks back. One officials like this, one's like that. I always remember my late, great colleague Chris Mortensen coming in, or that week hearing about a story that he had. One of the officials who was working a Saints game that weekend, he had on his Facebook page all these pictures of that particular official wearing Saints gear. Saints
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that cannot happen.
I always remember that.
Yeah.
Morton covered this. I don't remember how he did it, but it was a great job, and it was a wild story. And
so let's assume everybody understands the refs are going to be a problem. They're in negotiation. Hopefully they both come to an agreement at some point. Reasonable. Hopefully they're both reasonable. We would like the refs to get paid for what they're good at, which is what some of them are, which is officiating, which is a tough job, but also modern technology, accountability. We'd like a little bit better for the game. Hopefully they're able to meet. Let's move to some other stuff that we're saying. Haslam said that Deshaun Watson, very much to play for the Cleveland Browns. Shador Sanders, living in Cleveland, working out in Cleveland. Dylan Gabriel hasn't seen him around buildings, says Todd Monken. What is the quarterback situation in Cleveland? And Deshaun Watson returning to Cleveland Brown, I guess, Deshaun Watson arriving as a Cleveland Browns star quarterback could happen this upcoming season. Is that real?
I think that's been one of the least talked about biggest stories going into the season. The fact that Deshaun Watson could wind up being the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. I think that's absolutely on the table. I think that it feels like it's moving towards that right now. Now, Todd Monken comes in, and who knows exactly what he's going to do, but they're going to take a look at everybody. Todd Monken said at breakfast this morning that he hasn't decided, at least publicly, how the quarterback rotation will work out in OTAs. He's going to lean on people who've had experience there. Shador's had some experience. Dylan Gabriel not being there, like that. There's a message there. The fact that he's not there, I think.
You know what it is?
Yeah, not real thrilled there.
Shador's dad is one of the greatest professional athletes of all time. He said, hey, when you're on a team, you fucking live there. You know, that's it. Yeah, you're a fifth rounder. You probably don't have a lot to say. Remember, he was there before spring workouts started, doing charity stuff. It's like he understands what a professional athlete is. You know, I think Shador has a very huge head start and all that. So obviously, he had a lot more attention because of who his dad was, which everybody said, well, I'm only hearing about it because of who his dad is. Like, well, coming alongside that is also a lot of intel that you can potentially learn about being a professional athlete, especially as a fifth-round draft pick and having to earn your shit. So I like to hear that Shador's there in town. I think he's been trying to be the leader and the quarterback of that team since he got there. Deshaun Watson, though, if he's anywhere near when he was a good football player, he was like MVP.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
What is that, 100 years ago?
100
years ago?
That it would be a wild comeback story.
Yes, it would be.
Everything that he's come back from. Everything. Right? He's been off the football radar for a couple of years. Right? So he's back on the football radar. And he could wind up being the starting quarterback.
Yeah, we got Deshaun Doppler here in the football radar. He could potentially be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Andrew Berry looks jacked. Will he be jacked about the quarterback decision he has to make? We shall see. Todd Monken, not a lot of fanfare whenever he got hired as the head coach. Seems like he might be the right guy.
And I also say this. They have 2 first-round picks. They're picking, I believe, 6 and 24. And I don't think they're going to go quarterback in round 1 at all.
Really?
Really?
I mean, there's
Pro Bowl.
I would hope not.
You heard Mel Kiper.
Well, there's
That would
also
be
not
dumb.
really any quarterback.
Right, gotta put
Well,
Flores,
right.
right.
You're not gonna do it in 6. 24 would be a possibility, and I don't
it's 6.
see it happening right now.
How come what are you
24.
talking about?
But with the
26?
draft class next year, I think it's like, hey, let's figure out what we have this year, and depending on where we are next year with the class that 2007 is supposed to be, maybe we'll address it as
A lot of teams just punting on 2026. Sounds like
Yeah.
the NBA. Okay, hope that's
Yeah,
not what's
you're
happening
right.
around here. Go ahead, D-Bud.
Team that's not punting on 2026, the LA Rams, and the receiver in particular, JSN, he set the new market with the new wide receiver deal. What are the chances, in your opinion, that Puka Nacua gets to that number or above that number? I know he's dealing with some stuff right now. I'm thinking get figured out. Big fans of Puka on the field for sure. What's the chance that he gets a new deal that kind of tops?
Here's what I would say. I think that his deal, when it gets done, is going to be around there.
Okay.
I don't know that he's going to beat there. It's interesting because I saw that Jackson Smith and Jigba deal come down. I'm like, I wonder if Puka's going to beat this. I spoke to some people, and they're like, going to be tough. Going to be tough.
Ooh.
But
Same.
he gets to see the deal. It's there in front of him. So you know what you're trying to beat, and you could always dress up the numbers to beat it. So it's not that hard to do, but in talking to some people, they felt like it would be difficult to do in theory. We'll see. So I would say it'll be around there.
Okay.
Okay, Sean McVay said something about being also one of the leaders of an organization and everything.
Yeah.
He's out in L.A. He's young. His energy is outrageous. He's handsome.
unbelievable.
He's funny. He's very good at football. Everything he's doing is being talked about. It's like old school TMZ type life.
Yeah.
It does feel like I'm watching like an old school when I was in high school, maybe in college, and TMZ was catching everybody doing everything. That's what Puka Nacua has felt like over the last offseason or so. As long as he plays good football, nothing matters. Right? If he falls off at all of this shit is going to get thrown in his face. He knows that. I think he understands that. And from our understanding, he works his ass off. So I think he's only going to get better and better. I think McVay knows that. But McVay bringing up hey, you're a leader of an organization too. That's an interesting thing because obviously they're still trying to figure it all out.
Well, if you're going to pay him at that level, you need your highest paid players to be your leaders, to set an example. You can't have them doing some of the things that he's done this off. You just can't do that, right? So they need him to kind of get with the program, get with being the top paid player that he's going to be, and hopefully he grows into. He's a good kid.
Yeah, and during the season too, when he had the Aiden Ross situation where he had them at the facility and everything, I'm pretty sure he went out in Seattle and went for like 220 and a touchdown. So he does still deliver. To your point about, hey, you got to still continue to play well.
Yeah, he's going to have to though.
Yeah.
I mean that is going to. That's as soon as I started tweeting as a punter. I mean, I'm 2 shanks away from everybody being, Twitter fingers, that's fun. Why don't you punt the football? And I'm punter. So that's a very low position. Anytime you bring any attention to yourself outside of football and your football slides at all, you're just providing. You're providing. He hasn't. He's still very young. He's nowhere near his prime either, which is a scary thing to even think about. Conman has a question for you, though, Schefter.
Yeah, Schefter, yes. Let's stick with quarterbacks here. Clark Hunt basically said, I don't think we're going to be starting the season out in Seattle because Mahomes might not be ready by then, and there's some concern around that. What is kind of Mahomes' timeline at the moment? Because he tore his ACL, I forget what it was, but there was a video recently 100 days later, he's throwing the football. Do you expect him to be ready when week 1 rolls around? Do you know anything, or is this kind of just wait?
Well, first of all, when Clark Hunt says that, he knows that. So that tells me that the Seahawks are not going to be hosting the Chiefs in that Wednesday night opener. The Chiefs will be off the table. So the league will spare Patrick Mahomes and give him the extra time to try to get ready. There was a team doctor that texted me when he was watching Mahomes through the video. He's like, watch the way that he puts his foot down. It's not all there yet, but I wouldn't expect it to be all there yet. And he's not playing now. He's playing in 5+ months. To me, when I see that, the doctors may say he's not ready. I say to myself, give this guy 5 more months, and he's going to be there on opening day. That's what I expect. This is a guy who, when he dislocated his kneecap, is playing the next week, right? So 5 more months to come back after this type of surgery, as significant as that knee injury was, he's coming back from it. I think he'll be back. And Andy Reid, I think, got his knee worked on. He's moving around well. Patrick Mahomes got his knee worked. Okay. Everybody in Kansas City, if you're in Kansas, you get your knee fixed this offseason, and you're getting ready for the opener, which won't be in Seattle.
Whenever we talk about Patrick Mahomes, too, we want to make sure that he remembers, hey, they're saying you're ass, dude. Yeah. They're saying you're not good.
Who said that?
Everybody.
He's the man.
Schefter.
Schefter didn't say that.
Schefter. That's Preston, by the way. He's a Lions fan back there. He looks incredible. I think he's staying at the Biltmore. That means he's probably somebody people back here. But Patrick Mahomes, you need to remember this. Clip this. Chiefs are dead. Your ass.
Yeah.
That is what.
Everybody's saying
that
it.
is what you know it. Nobody's talking about Chiefs.
At the party last night, that's what everybody else was saying, right?
I would like to let it be known I did not have any conversations about you being ass, Patrick Mahomes, here at this party. If somebody would have said that, I would have stopped them immediately and said, "Excuse me, shut the fuck up."
Nobody at that party saying.
Yeah, nobody
Nobody at that party saying that. These people know ball here. At this
Yeah.
But on that note, nobody's talking about the Chiefs. It's over. Travis Kelce's coming back for a one-year deal. That'll be fun. Okay, Patrick Mahomes coming out of injury. That'll be fun. Maybe they'll be able to get back into battling in the AFC, but nobody's like scared of the Chiefs anymore. Pat, they say your ass, Patrick. Good luck out there. 5 months to get back. We need him for all games. We need Patrick Mahomes playing football.
I think he'll be back.
How about Daniel Jones?
Sounds like he's tracking okay, right?
That sounds like a different
Don't
answer.
sound as confident.
That sounds like a different answer than what I just heard.
Different injury.
I didn't see the video of him planting. You know, I can't look at the video and say, okay.
Mike Garafolo's reporting that Shane Steichen says that Daniel Jones is attacking his rehab.
There you go.
It's the second major injury of Jones' NFL career, which helps him understand the process. Steichen, he's been through so many different things. I don't think anything's going to face him.
That's Shane Steichen? I don't think I've ever seen him without a hat on.
Oh, no, Shane. He looks like a president now. He looks 65 years old.
Yeah, I did. He does look.
He does look like a
aged.
president, yeah.
So you guys, wait. You guys in Indy wouldn't have known that was your head coach without a hat
He's not
on.
my
He
head
ain't
coach.
my head
Big
coach.
Mike McCarthy's my head
That's my coach.
Whoa.
Schefter, they took
Okay.
an opportunity there.
Your
to take
head
a shot
coach.
at Shane.
Your head coach.
Yeah, I don't like what they did.
my
I don't like what they did. Now, granted, we got to win some games.
Where do you
I
guys
don't
live?
like what he's
Where do you guys
doing in the
live?
city.
I don't live in
Right
Indianapolis. I live
downtown.
outside in the suburbs.
I pay taxes for that damn stadium and it ain't one shit. Tell you that much. Big Ten.
They
champion.
won. They won. They just won before you pay your taxes for this.
Yeah, what about the Final Four? Are you going to be happy
That's
down
the
there in
point.
Indianapolis?
Yeah, I won't be pissed about the Final Four, but I mean, what's the point? Is it the Lighthouse or is it the hey, let's cut this thing in half and play
It's the
basketball?
big house. It's the big house this weekend.
Oh,
nice.
No, the big
man.
house is in Ann Arbor. Okay.
There'll be a lot of Michigan fans down there.
The big house in Indy this weekend.
No, it's not the Lighthouse.
Our house.
No.
Yeah, Shefty.
Okay.
You going, Chef?
It's our house.
Yeah, Shefty.
Dusty May.
Come on,
It's
Shefty.
Dusty's house.
Now, Shefty, Dusty's from Indiana. So
Yeah, exactly.
No, Shefty, you are not doing what you're doing right now. Please.
It's Dusty's house.
Is that what all Michigan people are treating this weekend like?
I'm treating it right now.
They've been awesome.
Yeah, Michigan team's unbelievable.
show up.
Maybe the most dominant win. You got Arizona. They're also very good. Michigan favored by 1.5 in that. Unbelievable. Good for you guys. Illinois obviously taking on UConn. Loudhouse, Lucas Oil Stadium will be phenomenal. You are going, right?
I don't know yet.
Shefty.
Shefty,
Final Four.
I thought you said you were going.
Michigan man.
89.
I don't know. It's up in the air. First of all, next week I was supposed to take my daughter on some college visits and kind of planned it to go Monday.
Show her IUPUI.
Yeah, take her to Bloomington.
Yeah.
Yeah, go Jaguars.
That's a good idea. Maybe we'll
Head
spend
down to Bloomington.
He's going to Michigan anyways.
Well, you know, it's
Talking
funny.
about.
You know, a couple of weeks ago, I was doing a talk at Penn State, and I was showing my daughter Penn State. So one of my friends in Michigan texted me, he's like, "What are you doing at Penn State?" Like, she not going to Michigan. I'm like, if you can promise me and assure me that she'll get into Michigan, we will cease all visits right now. But like, it is such a hard school to get into. You have no idea how it's going to work.
Oh, yeah, such a good school. Yeah, so good.
Make a call, Schefter.
Yeah, Schefter.
It's not that simple.
Legacy.
It's not that
No,
simple.
not that simple.
They call
Hey.
it the Morgantown of the Midwest.
Not that simple.
Michigan?
Yeah.
West Virginia lets everybody. If your daughter would like to go to West Virginia University, I know some people. Probably put her on scholarship. She's a media person, right?
Burgeoning media person, yes.
Okay, so she can get it. She's on scholarship at West Virginia if she like go.
Wow.
Yeah, I have the authority.
That's huge.
Now, on that note, why don't you
Right.
make a little bit of a donation to Michigan and maybe get the kids in for free? Why don't you do that? Why don't you buy?
I donated yesterday.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What, a quarterback or a wide receiver?
No.
Just your time.
Actually, my friends and I went to the game this weekend in Chicago, and one of the guys said, you know, you didn't charge for tickets. You make a donation to the women's program. So we did that yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Which program? Just in general?
The
Women?
women's basketball program yesterday.
How's
that
the
lost
team?
to Texas.
Oh,
Heartbreaker.
It was a close game, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching. That was crazy when
Great-
it
great
happened.
season.
Yeah, I was pretty bummed out.
Women's basketball, hockey's in the Frozen Four.
Yeah.
Men's basketball going to our house, Dusty's house this weekend.
All right.
Great new football coach.
It's Hurley's.
Yeah.
Great new football
Yep,
coach.
Whittingham. He's pretty pissed about $50 million on the roster this year. But
This is not
Happy?
Michigan's house. Okay. It's the Loud House in Indianapolis, Indiana. And it is hosting the Final Four. It is not the Michigan house. Okay?
Dusty's high.
It is not Dusty's house. We would like to let everybody know Illinois You need to look out for Illinois.
There's going to be a lot of
might
orange,
be Brad Underwood's
blue,
house.
and
Yeah,
maize.
especially because
Hurley's
Ponytail
house.
Kid's coming back to his house as well. There's a lot of Indiana representatives here in the Final Four, and they're going to take over that entire place. UConn plus
Maryland,
550.
Michigan has the best odds to win the national championship.
Yes, sir. Plus 170. You want to hammer that? Maybe
Wait,
make
but
it
they're
bigger.
underdogs, aren't they? Underdogs on Saturday?
No, your favorites.
Favorite
By one.
1.5.
Kind of a pick 'em though.
Bit of a pick 'em.
Yeah, one and a
Wow.
half's not a lot of points. But yeah, your favorite. You guys have had a dominant run here through March Madness, brother.
They've been good. They're it's a good group of people.
You're just thinking about not going to see him play. Ty has a question for you, Chef.
No, I'd like to go see him play. It's complicated. It's getting there. It's getting tickets. It's all those things.
I think
Adam
we have tickets for you.
Schefter.
Yeah, you're Adam
Come on.
Jeez.
We have tickets for you.
Make
You
a
please, Mike?
call.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have the Michigan connection that you're allegedly taking over a fucking stadium, but we could probably call somebody at the level. Yeah, we could probably find you a ticket if we need to. Go ahead, Ty.
Shefty, just curious. Last time you came on, you said that Kirk Cousins was basically like he's not just going to go take a $1 or $2 million deal to be a backup quarterback somewhere. Where do we stand on that? I feel like that's the only name I've been seeing is, hey, where's Kirk Cousins going to go? And is he maybe waiting? I don't know. Does he think he's going to be a starting quarterback in Pittsburgh potentially? Or is the idea that, hey, we kind of know that Rodgers is probably going to be going back to Pittsburgh and eventually here, Kirk Cousins, he does still want to play and he's just going to go be a backup somewhere.
It does sound like the Rodgers thing and Pittsburgh thing is happening. Him and McCarthy are talking every day. Why are they talking every day if he's not going back? It just is not official. It's not contractual. I was told. I don't know where they're at. It's Aaron being Aaron, right?
Yes,
What's
it
that
is.
mean?
Yes, it
Hasn't decided.
What's that mean?
Going through his process.
I mean, what do we do?
Exactly.
He's talking to Big Mike every week. I believe Mike McCarthy said this morning he was talking to him yesterday. What are we doing?
Right.
You either want to play or you don't.
He's busy, guys. We know why.
Working out.
Doing push-ups.
You know why? Bone time.
Cooking bacon.
That's what he's doing.
In his
In his underwear.
underwear.
That's what he's
In
doing.
my kitchen.
You think he's worried about what's going on in August, September, October right now?
No.
Can't. How could he? Now, on that note, I assume he is actually. And if he is talking to Mike McCarthy every single week, when Mike was sitting here yesterday, I was putting it to him a little bit, because we're pretty comfortable with him. Like, well, why wouldn't he want to play in your offense for one last trip? Because he loves your offense. He goes, conversations are going positively. And then I go,
Everybody here sounds like him. Everybody can imitate him very well.
Pittsburgh, yeah, he's a Yinzer.
Right? It's
he's
pretty
super
simple.
Yinzer. So you think Aaron playing for the Steelers?
Be my guess, yeah. It seems like right.
Why don't you put a tweet out about it?
No,
Right now.
That's why I say seems and be my guess because we want to keep it like that.
Mark Caboli,
But,
who's
yeah.
obviously the Pittsburgh Steelers correspondent for this program. We saw him last night for the first time this year. Mike McCarthy said he talked to Aaron Rodgers last night. Those two talk more than me and my wife. So it sounds like they're getting tight up.
Jeez, Mark.
And Caboli,
Yeah.
maybe reach out to your wife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
you're
headline
right.
out of there that Mark didn't talk to his wife last night.
Not just last night. I think he's just talking
Yeah,
in
general.
Yeah. Mark, open up conversation with Miss Caboli.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Jeez, stop eating a mayonnaise sandwich right in front of her face and say hello. Ask her how her day is going.
And don't take your business with Miss Caboli public.
Well, we don't know.
Amen.
Maybe they're the next reality TV couple.
Mark takes a
could
lot
be.
of things
I
public.
watch.
He shouldn't.
I would too. The Cabolis?
Yeah,
Oh,
Mark and Mrs.
I'll tell you what. And then what if he starts working out so he can do what Aaron is doing with his?
Yeah, get a PhD.
Yeah, there's a chance.
Knocking
Caboli.
boots.
They actually already did that show.
What's that?
They actually already did that show.
Love is Blind?
No, it was. I believe it was Mahershala or
Bob Loves Abby Show or
Yeah.
whatever.
That's
Do you
a
have a
great
question
show.
for
Billy
Schefter?
Gardell's in it.
yeah. Bill,
By the way, I didn't answer Ty's question. I think Kirk Cousins is just sitting back and waiting. Whatever opportunity comes his way, he can be selective and choose. He's made as much money as an NFL player, so he doesn't have to rush into anything. Like
Not going to be Mendoza.
What-
Back up.
or start
By the
and
way,
then
like,
let Mendoza come in.
Yeah.
maybe, but is he rushing out to Vegas now? He's got his family. Like, I don't know. Like, he can go when he wants. He can go where he wants. He could play. He could not play. He could brook. I don't think he's rushing to anything until he feels like it's the right thing, whatever that is.
Yeah, Shefty, kind of a news story that hit the wire that kind of got us all going. It feels as though the Detroit Lions are the cheap Lions now. They asked for money back from Frank Reich.
I think we got a brand new graphic, actually, if you would like to
Again?
send to it.
Yeah,
We have a
throw
brand
that
new graphic,
please.
if we could pull it up.
Frank
T-Bone.
right now basically broke his neck and said, "No, I still want to play." Yeah, that was all the time, and they basically it's almost as if they reversed the curse that they reversed. That they're now going to be cursed again.
Sheila Ford Hamp brought in a whole
Who's
new
sitting in that
attitude.
chair?
Yes.
That's not.
That's the Lions.
Who is
okay.
that?
Just
That's
random
not Sheila
Lions suit.
Fordham.
No, it was. I think he made this before the most recent version of you're going to have to give us your money back, even though you certainly outplayed your contract, and we are, I guess, not grateful. Jim Irsay gave Andrew Luck $25 million whenever he retired 13 days before the season started.
Think about that.
Just as a thank you to Andrew Luck. And I'm not saying that that's how you have to do it, but just the fact that the Lions are seemingly still up to their old tricks.
What?
Why would you do? Is this how normal is this? It's not normal, right? Especially with stars. If they were like bottom half of roster and didn't contribute to city to team, I think it'd be a little bit more
broken throat.
I was surprised to see that.
Me too. Because how much was it, Fox? Did you guys get like a new chair or something?
No,
Ragnar, you owe us $1,200.
I actually don't even know why I was defending the Lions right here. This is inexcusable. Those are three of the greatest players of my lifetime by far and away. And like you guys said, Ragnar played through so many injuries, and he was here during the greatest era of Lions football in the history of the franchise. I don't care how much it was. It could have been $100 billion, and we should have gave him the money. What the hell is going on, Schefter?
I know that they're going to, honestly, and Taylor Decker said what? They haven't talked to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like 2-3 months.
Yep.
He's being a little dramatic, we think.
I agree.
But on that note, it does feel weird the way you guys treat your players. Honestly.
Ragnar tried to come back. Yeah, this year.
It couldn't pass the physical.
Yeah,
Right.
one hamstring. His other hamstring disappeared.
Shefty, inform us a little bit. Why is it as abnormal as we are making it feel here? Because it feels abnormal for your star players to give back money to the team that they've played for.
I don't know how it works for every team, but it feels more abnormal than not. I don't think that most teams do that. I'm open to be corrected, but it doesn't sound like teams ask their star players to start giving back money after that. And like, I don't know how this comes out like this. And
then other players, I think it was Quandre Diggs, I believe. He chimed in. Alex Anzalone, Paisan, who we know, he chimed in, basically also burying him. Like, it just looks terrible as a team that we all think, like, hey, if you're trying to resurrect your team, do what the Lions did.
Brand new Lions. This feels like some same old shit.
Poop.
It does.
And I want to know who makes that decision. Is that actually
Person
the
in
owner?
that chair.
Is that actually Sheila
whoever's
Fordham?
sitting in that chair.
Or is it the president, Rod Wood? That needs to be cleared
Sheila
up there as
Fordham.
well.
I think Rod Wood's retiring. I wonder if they're going to make him pay back his bonus.
That's a good question, Schefter.
Good call,
and thank you
Schefter.
for being fair right there. Because normally people in your position would not go to bat for players versus executives or coaches.
Players earn all their money, and when they sign that contract, that is supposed to be guaranteed money. If it's guaranteed, why are we guaranteed to give it back?
Well, the Lions said it's actually our money we gave him for future use.
Yeah.
And he's not doing the future use, so that thing's going to have to come back. It's just, it optically looks stupid for a company that is billions and billions of dollars, how big the NFL is. This guy rolled himself out of the hospital bed to try to play football for them because their offensive line sucked this last year.
Yep.
And they ran a physical and they're like, dude, you're not healthy enough to play. He's like, I'll die out there. Just let me do it. And then on his way out, after he failed a physical and was willing to die, they're like, oh, yeah, also you owe us $5 million.
Yeah, cash on it.
On the way out, please. It's like, what? Why would you? I don't know why you would do that. It makes no sense, but hey, cutthroat business. That's what God do.
That's their policy.
Business, really.
Hey, way to go. You guys are going to need Peyton Manning and the guy from Dumb and Dumber to put another cob out there.
Yeah, and they're moving Penei Sewell to left tackle.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
So will he get a new contract, or are they going to ask for some of the right tackle contract back and then give him a different left tackle contract?
That's a good question. I mean, honestly, we have to start asking these.
It's what's happening.
Any deal with the Lions, if you're a star player, you're going to have to put in there, like, not paying this back.
Yeah.
Well, if I remember correctly, when they paid Penei Sewell, they paid him as the highest lineman in general, not right tackle, not left tackle specific. So I think that's where his contract's at. But you never know these days. You never know what's going to happen with that.
I don't like that we're a little hungover, maybe, so we're going a little harder than we should on the Lions, but this is disgusting.
We hold
This
them
is
in such high
disgusting.
regard. That's why.
I don't like it either, especially because I just met MCDC last night. It was one of the greatest
Congrats.
nights of my life. So I hate that this has to happen.
Love his new haircut.
It's not his call.
Sounds like it's over. What's that?
It's not
his
MCD. Yeah, I do have a question.
Yeah,
Shefty, I saw you put out, and we know Chris Ballard likes his guys, that there's a possibility Anthony Richardson is still going to be on the Colts. Is there a market for him? Do you see him being on the Colts? What's the latest with that situation of the former number 4 overall pick?
The market for him was soft. If there was a market for him, they would have traded him.
Yeah.
And it didn't materialize. So now you have to ask yourself, okay, is it worth it to deal him where you're like, I'm making some flipping picks like Richardson and a 7 for a 6. Like, why are you going to do that? you might as well hold on to the guy. He would obviously like a fresh start and go somewhere where he gets some reps and work and change the scenery, but you're not just going to give away the former 4th overall pick in the 2023 draft unless it makes a little sense. Now, we'll see how the draft materializes. Maybe somebody doesn't get somebody. Maybe somebody gives up some pick that makes it worth the Colts' while. But what they're saying there is we're not going to give him away. I don't think they're expecting a lot, but they're expecting something back, and nothing has materialized so far. There's not been a team that has been overly interested in getting a deal done. I know Green Bay was out there. There was no real conversation. Now, maybe that'll happen and heat back up with the draft, but nothing so far.
So did you follow up, because you're a journalist, with Kevin O'Connell, who gave a full speech after a game to Anthony Richardson about how big of a dog he is, how good he is at football, and how yada, 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 he needs to keep going? Did you follow up that tweet saying there was no interest in trading for him with hey, remember this clip from Kevin O'Connell saying that he would love to coach this guy?
Right, but the Vikings signed Kyler Murray, and they signed Carson Wentz to go along with J.J. McCarthy.
Okay, so ask Kevin O'Connell. He signs Carson Wentz over Anthony Richardson.
That's obviously what he preferred.
So why don't you run that clip and say, hey, Kevin O'Connell, I thought
he obviously thinks Carson Wentz is a real dog, too.
We love Carson Wentz. He is a fun experience watching it.
He almost died on the field last year for the Vikings.
For us.
There's a lot of people, for the good of sport.
Prime time.
For the good of sport. There's a lot of people, though, that whenever we were talking about Anthony Richardson not playing football well, they're from other teams that were telling me I was the biggest piece of trash and I don't understand what ball is and I don't blah, 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 blah. This guy has been available now, right, for nothing, sounds like.
It would be minimal.
And nobody in the league wants him. So that's a couple questions now. Injury that happened to him. Is he...
Yeah.
Do we know enough about the injury? Because it sounded like there was a lot of people that were interested in Anthony Richardson outside of the Colts, even though us who followed along with the Colts were like, feels like he's never maybe going to hit his ceiling here in Indianapolis for whatever reason, whether it's not understanding what a pro is, not understanding what defense is, maybe people getting hurt, maybe him getting hurt, not getting reps, freak accident happened, and then he comes back, seemingly figures it out, he's taking mental reps, doing this whole thing, has no idea what an elementary blitz is, breaks his pinky first preseason game, whenever it was all going. It just like never really got going good. But I heard a lot of other people telling me that they would love to have him on their team. And it's like now it sounds like that's not the case. Maybe everybody's just posturing. But I want to let you know there was a time, and it's still there, I guess, where I was a believer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was, look.
There it is.
Time.
We made that. AR5, you see? We are believers. Believers. Because I believed in him.
And you still are, you're not?
I'm out on him. As a Colt.
Yeah, sure.
I'm out on him as a Colt. I don't think it'll ever work at the Colts. Will anybody work at the Colts?
Well,
seems like no. Thus far. But maybe this
soften
year,
that up.
There is no reason for that.
Maybe
Feels like
year
no.
Changes.
But the guy fade away 70-yard throw.
Yeah.
Dunk from foul line.
I would love if he was the Packers' backup quarterback.
I mean, legit. Like there is certainly upside. So it's like, what was the injury? Was there more to the injury that we maybe didn't hear about, didn't know? Did people learn more about it? Did they hear more stories about what was happening behind the scenes? They don't want to bring that in. Is it just the wrong timing? Like, there's so much about it. But as one of the most hyped athlete quarterbacks that at least we've been around, especially because he came to our city, it's like the upside is still, I assume, very much there.
It's there.
It's just like, will he ever get...
By the way, and we've seen all these quarterbacks who have been taken high come back and have resurgent careers elsewhere. So that has to make him even more attractive.
True. Very true.
Yeah. Speaking of Sam Darnold, Hard Knocks with Seattle. It feels like we're going to get a peek behind the McDonald curtain and Sam Darnold. And then,
and New England, right?
The Patriots the year after. First of all, how do they do, like, all of a sudden, hey, the next 2 years of Hard Knocks are decided, and will that maybe be the new thing? Like, if you play in the Super Bowl, you're going to
congrats.
You're getting Hard Knocks.
I asked that question last night. How did it come to be? Because we've never seen it 2 years, and everyone always says, "We'll do it next year. We'll do it next year." So they actually held a team's feet to the fire and said, "Oh, the Patriot, you'll do it next year. You're in. You're the 2027 team." So that's why it's two teams and not one, because everybody always says they'll do it the next year. It's like, let's get lunch. And then you don't get lunch, right? They scheduled lunch for 2027 on Hard Knocks. Now, let me say this. Mike McDonald, he's awesome. What a great guy. He's going to come across really well. He is so even-keeled. I said to him last night at that party, I'm like, how is this Super Bowl win? Has it changed your life? No. You don't feel like a certain puff out your chest here? No. One of the rare people that I've ever heard say that. No. He's like, hasn't changed anything. Just kind of working along. I thought it was interesting because usually when you talk to people that won a Super Bowl, like they feel like they're proud. It carries over for the whole off season.
Yeah.
Him?
I saw him sitting down. You went over to him when he was sitting down? He was hanging out, had a Seahawks hat. You sit down and you go, "What's up, dude? Feel like you got a little bigger in the pants because you want to." Like, that's how.
Well, I saw him. I said, "You look bulky." He goes, "Bulky?" I said, "Buffed." Like him and Nick Sirianni, they both look cut up. They look good.
Sirianni
people were killing.
Yeah, they called him a chud, whatever that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I still don't know what it means, but a lot of people saw that tweet. It had a big number.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were saying though. Chud. What do you think that? What do you think that is?
Let me look it up.
The only thing I can think of,
Jacked.
he looks big.
He does.
Yeah.
He does look jacked, and he's Paisan, so probably eating still.
Yeah.
He's
Honestly, he looks like from right here. I don't have my glasses on.
Oh,
See,
no.
It looks like Dan Campbell. Like I would guess, who's that? That looks like Dan Campbell, just a rocked up big guy.
I mean, Salah, you don't want to be standing by. Shanahan, good idea, kind of turning the.
Do you want me to read
Dan Quinn?
The Merriam-Webster definition of chud?
What does it say?
Chud is a generalized term of disparagement used somewhat synonymously with fool, troll, or jerk.
Oh, that's not.
He doesn't look like a chud.
I never heard that in my life.
Yeah, I guess because you're not.
When he said chud, I was thinking Rob Chudzinski.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh,
Brown's
Chud.
great.
Yeah.
Love chud
You change the U to an O, maybe.
with an E.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, add an E. Yeah, I think we all took the trip there together. He said chode. That's what he said. Okay, so Hard Knocks in Seattle and New England.
Yep.
Which is awesome. Hopefully it'll be good. Hard Knocks obviously
August
very
11th.
important. To
August
the history.
11th it starts.
Okay, August 11th, that starts with Seattle. Obviously, very important to the history of the league, Hard Knocks, the inside scoop. Now, social media teams are able to do that. So, how does Hard Knocks stay relevant? Getting to 2 Super Bowl teams is a big way to do that.
Yep.
Because normally they do shit teams, so that's a good thing. Super Bowl going to Las Vegas in 2029. You broke that yesterday. That feels like a big deal. Vegas is an incredible host. We are fans of Vegas as a hosting city. Are they now just going to get into the LA, Miami, Vegas? I think New Orleans is.
Miami hasn't got one in a while. It feels like Miami's getting skipped now. Is that the case?
Yeah, it feels like there's a couple homes that become like
We've
the
been to
spots.
Miami since the COVID. Like it was right before COVID. The Chiefs and the Niners. That was like COVID was hitting the next day that week.
So Vegas probably going to become a likely.
Yeah, I think obviously the league liked experience there the last time and is going back there pretty quickly.
WWE has done WrestleMania there now 2 years in a row, and
like it.
Their fans got really pissed whenever it was announced that it was back at WrestleMania.
Yep.
But I think anybody that went to WrestleMania there was like,
It was a great setup.
it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's a great hosting city, especially if you're going to have a good time. Like they are built for it, they are ready for it, and it's all very accessible. I think Vegas is a great hosting team.
Yeah, Nashville. You might keep eyes on Nashville because that new stadium and Nashville is a city.
Nashville, I'll bet gets a Super Bowl.
As they should.
Yeah, multiple.
They should start getting into the rotation of the Super Bowl there.
By the way, when the draft was there, that was awesome.
That was the first big one.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, was it 250, 300,000?
There was a lot of people up and down Broadway.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't been back. I did the draft pick there for the Colts.
You know what? Because there's a lot, every city wants the draft, so they kind of spread
Especially
it
the
around.
cold weather ones.
Yeah, Pittsburgh definitely wants.
Yeah, because you can't get a Super Bowl.
Buffalo will get it probably because they're not going to get a Super Bowl with their new stadium.
Carly
Buffalo.
Ursay Gordon yesterday said, we got really lucky during the Super Bowl with the weather.
Yeah.
Which
It's
I think
unbelievable.
if you actually, like I know the people of Indiana are like, just speak positive about it because how much money comes to town. Please don't say anything else. I'm going to say this. The weather was, we've never had that since, and we only had the football gods blessed Indiana for that. There was a zip line through the city in February. Okay. Yeah, right. It was -10 in Indiana this year.
Right.
Minneapolis when you guys were
Yeah, the way exactly.
Oh my
so
God.
cold. So like Indianapolis got very lucky, and people left saying like maybe best Super Bowl because how connected everything is. Very small town, but the weather was a huge part of that. New York, New Jersey got it. Remember, it was terrible weather.
Yeah.
So then everybody was like, it was a shitty one because it was hard to get to everywhere.
Well,
it was
and it
terrible.
snowed. There was a big storm the next morning.
Exactly. So the draft has become a great replacement. And Carly Ursay Gordon was like, I heard we got very lucky with the weather, so we definitely are interested in the draft. And it's like the draft has become a replacement Super Bowl for football towns. I think it's once again a brilliant move by the NFL, and it's only going to get bigger. I'm excited to see what Pittsburgh is.
Do you know how it started? You know, they were at Radio City Music Hall all those years, and Radio City Music Hall booked it for an Easter special with the Rockettes. And the NFL got so upset that they said we're going to take it on the road next year, and they took it to Chicago. The rest is history.
Worked out great.
Yeah,
The Easter Show. Thank you to the Easter Show.
Shout out Rocky.
The way the Raj talked about that was like, I told her like, hey, it's a draft. They basically told us they didn't care. It's like, how'd you feel in that moment, Raj? That's probably the last time that's happened.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, like when the draft was in New York, you could feel it was nice, but it's not like it is when it goes to these other cities. When it goes to these other cities, it's the biggest thing there is. Like the Pittsburgh public schools are closing. Yeah. We're going to virtual learning.
Green Bay, when they picked the wide receiver.
Matt Golden.
Yeah.
Place went crazy.
I know. And so
Detroit was great.
Yeah, every
Detroit
city
was
wants
awesome.
the draft. Yeah, Detroit was fantastic.
DC should be pretty.
Philly
cool.
was good. Everywhere was good.
DC is going to be beautiful. It's going to be on the mall.
Yeah, I mean that's
going to be
that's a cool setup.
Awesome. That's going to be fantastic.
Are you going to bring your politics into the draft when you're out there?
No.
Hegseth's getting picked number 1 overall.
Department of War?
Next year he's top of a lot of people's boards.
I heard Cash is going to try to get himself drafted.
Yeah, I could see that.
To the NFL. People are not happy with what he did after the hockey thing. They were not happy about it. Did you report any news on that? Hey, way to keep politics out of sports.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, Schefter.
That baby Schefter.
Anything else?
Well, I will say this. We had long talks. You know, you review the film and study the tape and try to see how you could do better. So Pat and I had a long kind of moment about that, and we think we can make the show even better than it's been this season. But today, as for anything else going on right now, it's kind of quiet. We're waiting for Roger Goodell. It's kind of quiet. Waiting for Roger Goodell.
We had a full game plan. I gave him a full speech about like, hey, if we don't ask you about something, you're allowed to do the, and also. It is basically what I said. Like, hey, Schefter, you're allowed to do the and also if we don't ask about it. Like, if you think something we should talk about, we would appreciate if you did that. And you're like, okay, so like when I and then I do and also.
Also, there isn't much also today.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Football League. Hey, Pro Flag Football League, correct?
Well, I was saying, and also the NFL is really behind that flag football. Like the NFL.
Yeah, but you blew it. He had to do it.
Yeah, I had to introduce it.
But is the flag football is it breaking
I did
news?
see Sean Payton say, that was kind of an embarrassment. I don't think there's going to be any NFL players in the Olympics. He said that this morning.
Different sport.
Schrager says, I'll be surprised if there's one NFL player on that Team USA flag roster, says Sean Payton, after what he describes as a humbling experience coaching the NFL's best and the Founders team in the Fanatics super duper flag football deal that saw the NFL players get bamboozled by Fanatics and have to play the greatest flag football players of all time on TV. Yeah. That is what happened. There's no way the boys were told, hey, you guys are about to get your dicks kicked.
Yeah.
Watch this.
There's no way that happened.
No.
Now, I will say, we're definitely winning the gold.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Little
That's all.
Yeah, that guy.
No.
Brown Jr.
and
Hoosh.
Who's Deuce it?
Yeah.
Manzada?
No.
Hoosh.
No, it's Deuce. It's Doucette's nickname, Hoosh.
Hoosh.
Okay.
He's the
guy.
He's the one.
We're definitely winning gold, and that's all that matters.
He's the one that said he was better than Mahomes.
Yeah.
And then we all said,
He was
shut up,
right.
dude. And then turns out they play in a game in the middle of the offseason with Logan Paul and I Show Speed on the field and some retired players who haven't played football in a long time. And those guys certainly did beat the NFL guys. And it was really prideful moment watching Team USA just run it up on guys I know and then talk shit.
Yeah.
I really like that Team USA.
Luke Kuechly's still icing his knees.
That was unfair. Luke Kuechly didn't know what he was getting.
No,
No,
I know
none
he
of these
didn't.
guys
I
knew
know.
what they're getting into. Give them a month, though. Not that any of them will spend a month of their life learning,
No.
which is part of the problem.
Doing the little flag avoid
Yeah.
drills.
The dip.
Yeah,
When I
you-
dip, you
the
dip.
elevator, I don't know what they call it, but that is the move.
Yeah.
Mackenzie needs to learn that stat for whenever she gets into flag football. All right, so you got nothing else to tell us?
Sorry. I wish I did.
I thought you had a good performance at that party last night, Shefty. Especially, I didn't know you were just going up to guys, asking them if they're peacocking around now. I didn't know you were doing that. That's good journalism.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate
Whatever it takes, Pat, to do
you.
the job.
You do not drink, right?
I mean, every now and then I do, but not often.
Yeah, like last night you were watering, I think.
Correct.
The boy, though, the boy you had out there.
He drinks.
Oh, yeah. He
He drinks for the both of us and then some.
There you go.
Yeah, he was having a good time last night. Having a good time, which I'm happy
Good
for.
lad.
It was very nice to meet him in person, just like we appreciate the hell out of you, ladies and gentlemen. Senior NFL insider, Michigan man, Adam Schefter.
Yeah, Shefty.
Shefty.
Thank you, guys.
Call him no news Shefty.
You guys gonna win this weekend?
I'm joking. Nah, it's muted. It's muted. Broke it. All right, see you.
I'm out of here.
Thank you, Schefter. You're the best. Genuinely. Schefter's got enemies in this place.
What?
Oh.
Who?
Yeah, he keeps that thing on.
I thought you got a speech last night. There was no enemies.
Oh, shit. Schrager. Yeah, you're at this thing. That's what I'm saying. Everybody kind of puts their swords.
Put the swords away.
That's what I'm saying is like, once people start pointing out other wars that, kind of have a, what's that called? Ceasefire.
Yeah.
At these league meetings, I start thinking to myself, oh, you guys have hated each other a lot longer than I hate all these other people.
Yeah. I did see him in rap, though. They went forehead to forehead like Dan Hurley and the ref.
On that note, Dan Hurley was going to join the show today. He will not be.
Okay. Almost had him, though.
Saw some people tweeting that they were excited to see his response on a program about him certainly potentially earning a technical foul, but the ref understanding he just wanted to hear what he was saying. He was having a moment there. Yep. We were excited for that moment as well. We look forward to talking to Coach Dan Hurley, hopefully in a few.
I watched that video 1,000 times. Chris.
How could you not? We called UConn and said, is this fake? Did he actually do this thing? It was non-combative. You just couldn't hear it person. Then you look at it from that angle, it's like, oh, he was just kind of, I guess, trying to hear him, but he certainly was letting him know what's up. Huh?
If he would have had his suit coat on normal, it wouldn't have been a big deal, but he just looks like such a deranged psychopath right there that it's kind of...
And then the way he walks away.
What's that? What's that? What'd you say?
That's
Did
what
you
I
see
thought.
him?
I love the ref saying he didn't remember it after either. What are you talking about?
I love it.
Even the ref being like, what the hell just happened?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I do like that the refs know that, hey, when you're reffing a Dan Hurley game, forehead's the worst it gets. That's a good ball game.
Yeah.
Elite 8 buzzer beater? Okay, fine.
Okay, you go ahead.
Yeah.
Dan Hurley football.
Free reign.
Also, we don't know if that's their handshake.
True.
Nobody has been able to clarify that. We're going to ask Dan Hurley. Obviously, we'll hope to talk to him in the future. He's locked in, trying to win for you.
Yeah, he is.
He's locked in. The boys are ready to go. Braylon's a stud. Caravan's ready to do it.
What?
Michigan's excited.
Bye.
So is Illinois.
What?
So is Arizona.
What?
Back on the other side. Goodbye.
You know what? I think there's only one thing left to do here. I've experienced cafecito time.
There's going to be a lot of orange and blue.
I've experienced the wonderful culture. I've experienced the beautiful people, and I think we got some Canes over here.
What's the enrollment? Like 9,000 people?
Don't do
We
this.
got some
How many people
Canes
go?
over here.
Don't do this.
They all bought their tickets for the
We
winter.
got some Canes over here. This day in Coral Gables is going to be one that I will remember for the rest of my life. Ray Lewis started his dance right here at Miami. Ed Reed started his legendary run here at Miami. The legends of football run deep. The moments are special. The national championships are in abundance. Just last year, a lovely University of Miami woman diver from Italy won a national championship. This thing's been staring at me all damn day.
You're out of your mind, brother. You're crazy.
Kirk, I'm a little winded.
That's what I was going to say. You talked the whole time you were running. I'm giving you a chance to catch your breath, you son of a bitch. You're crazy.
I hope somebody got a lifesaver over there. Is there a lot of something? My man's out of breath.
It is a long way to the top.
Are you going to jump in your suit? Are you going to jump in
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so
I'm tired for you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to take the jacket off. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Oh, he's taking the shirt off now.
Okay, all right.
Looking ripped.
Yeah,
looking
looking
ripped.
fit.
Oh, he's taking the drawers off.
ladies and gentlemen,
The pants.
Not the drawers.
ladies and gentlemen, if you come to this beautiful campus, you will notice quickly that the students here love this university. They love this atmosphere. And I'm with everybody. I think the U is back. Give me.
He's got the speed on. Oh, my God.
Give me the.
Canes, baby.
Here it goes.
Oh, God.
Here it goes. Feet together. Feet together.
I think that was the lead so for the pencil.
Harry's got the U. Rush passion flowing. Miami and Florida tonight. Let's have a look at that again. Check.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Freaks! Yeah, chili cheese.
Why? Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig!
Hey, was your shirt a big hit last night?
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend
Thought
something
so.
nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people. What a shot by Scott on the jib here at the Biltmore. League Meeting Tuesday, hour 2 begins now. Sports are fantastic, as is the event that we are currently guests at. We have no idea how we've gotten invited or why we're allowed to be here, but we will tell you that the NFL League meetings happening right here at the Biltmore Hotel in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona have been spectacular. It's been great to catch up with everybody. There's some news coming out of here. Biggest one, the refs in the NFL aren't getting along.
That is the biggest.
At all.
That's a constant conversation around football people, strictly because we understand how important the officials are. They have a CBA negotiation happening. They always get ugly. Hopefully, they're able to get that done. 18 games is coming. Heard some people from my source
Says.
at the league say, do we need a second bye?
Oh, come on.
Whoa.
Need a second bye?
Come on.
Been there last night?
Wasn't from ball side.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't from ball side.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Then somebody dropped into like history, like, you know, the last time there was 2 buys? It's terrible. Terrible for the game. Maybe do a little research. And I go, it's not going to get passed without another bye week, right? And wouldn't a bye week be another weekend of what's going on? Nick just talked to my ear as well. Hold on, it sounds like there's a little thing going on in the truck there.
We all right?
I think we're good.
Gentlemen,
I think we're good.
are they confirming second bye?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Literally, Nick Marolda just hopped in my ear and was like, I think we're good. They were down. You guys on a hot mic? Oh, yes, I like that. Is that what happened?
What happened?
I don't know. I was peeing in a porta-john right before the show came back live.
What happened?
I don't know. You guys said something?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, sounds like, boys. Sounds like there might be a little bit of an Arizona Tuesday happening right now.
No, exactly what we were talking about. So I feel very good about whatever thoughts that might.
Full
be going
panic
on.
from Nick's mouth into my ear there just a few minutes ago. It was not supposed to go into my right ear. I do not believe. They're currently having an anxiety attack in that truck right now.
Okay.
All I said to D-Bud, I said, UConn's definitely not showing up at the Final Four.
Dave
I said that
shit.
for sure.
And D-Bud said, "What the hell did we just talk about that first hour?"
Mics were hot during the break.
Oh, good.
But
over there.
I was in a porta-john. I'm not 100% sure. Talk Tables here at Bus Connor, at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer. Cowboys AP Tony's here. 9-year NFL vet Darius J. Butler is here.
You just
And
bum rush Porta Johns all the time? Like, what's your deal?
you need to lock the door.
I'm not touching anything in there.
Butch.
I don't know, piss like Caboli with my cheeks out.
Standard porta-john etiquette is you let people outside know that you're in there.
Have to.
The way you do that is you slide the thing.
Yeah.
You slide the thing.
Go from green to red.
Yeah.
Not touching.
Green porta-john. Only 2 porta-johns. Everybody sprinting over there, especially with how we're living right now. So everybody was heading to the porta-johns. See green. Okay. I just run over there. Was laid over here.
Obviously.
Excited to see it. Run over there, pull that thing, head down, shoulder in D, but while he's peeing.
Oh,
He
no.
pee on
He's
you?
in a urinal on the left side here, too. So I literally go in, he goes, whoa, shut and I'm like, what are you even doing?
Feel
What are you-
something on your foot?
And I say, you got to lock this thing. Yeah, I'm not touching that thing. It's like, we just had a full moment where I'm a spear in here. Like I'm Roman Reigns because you didn't. You never do that?
No.
But you have to expect that to happen then.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who's the mayor here alongside Jay Glazer. A man who is the only person that kind of told us what schedule was.
Yeah.
A man who took care of us incredibly well. He invited us to eat Mr. Chris Bianco's pizza the other night. He is a living legend, friend of the program, Emmy Award winner, ladies and gentlemen, Peter Schrager. Peter Schrager.
Oh, Shrek.
Hey, baby Shregs.
Hey, good to see you, dude.
Great to see you.
Thank you for joining us again. Yesterday got cut off a little bit. I'll tell you what, I got
come
good
on.
news for you today. We need all your stuff.
None but time.
Yeah, we do.
Can I tell you? I know you spoke to Adam for a while, but gosh, I loved seeing you boys last night at that event.
You were killing it, Shregs.
Shreg, you spoke glowingly of that event numerous times. I think it was an incredible event last night. It was nice to see everybody. It was crazy that the amount of people that were super comfortable in there last night, like GMs, head coaches, ownership groups, I mean, all in there having a good time. It was special. It felt like it was a good thing for the league last night. And we appreciate you kind of guiding us through all of it, literally, because we have no other information about any of this stuff around here.
100%. I wanted you guys all to experience a different side of the NFL where everyone's guard is down a little bit. It only happens this week, really, because all 32 teams, we're done with free agency. We're heading towards the draft, but we're not close enough to the draft where it's secret season. All their families are here, and the drinks are flowing. And we should give out some awards, I think.
Okay, let's do it.
Would
We'd like to do that. We don't know what all we're allowed to say. What I led off the show was saying was I watched some people in there last night that I did not expect. Really tie one on.
I thought this was a Fight Club situation.
What, you're not allowed to talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but how are we not supposed to?
No, I mean names. We didn't mention any names.
No, I know.
No,
If you'd like to give us some awards, I think you potentially. Me and D-Butt would like an award alongside D-Bone and Gumpy. We're one of the last 5 people out of
Were you really?
Yeah, we're one of the last.
So I
D-Bone
left
got
it-
offered the roster spot.
I left
What's
it.
that?
D-Bone got offered the roster spot.
What team?
Dallas Cowboys.
Come on. I thought Fight Club.
Yeah, not supposed to say. There's a chance D-Bone is going to have a workout for the Dallas Cowboys.
What position?
Hey.
Anything you want. I will say, immediately upon it coming out of Shawty's mouth to D-Bone, I said, he's got thin feet and this guy doesn't have a lot of discipline. You don't want that. And then he rescinded the offer. But there was a moment in time.
And I'm happy for him because I swear I saw him Sunday after Duke lost and he was about to walk into traffic.
I mean, this guy has really had.
Yeah, he has.
He's had a little bit of an Arizona whirlwind, I would say, throughout this entirety. But yeah, Shawty did a point at him.
I like your body.
No. It was actually the complete opposite.
It was just me.
I was trying to get him back into shape. That was the motivation. Because I asked Shawty to ask how old he was, or guess how old he was. I think Shawty said like 45 or something.
Yeah. Golf
26.
He had his polo
Tucked in. I mean, it was a bad time. And then he said, "How old are you? 26?" And we said, "He's national champion." And Shawty goes, "You want to play for the Dallas Cowboys?"
That story.
And the Bone gets like so excited, and I'm like, "You don't want that." And then he goes into full like, "Yeah, but it could be motivation to get this guy best version of himself." And they rescinded the offer. And D-Bone, welcome. We get back to the hotel last night. Forgot about. Do you remember this?
Yes. Airstrike.
Airstrike McDonald's.
Yeah.
We get back to the lobby. I don't know, 2, whatever time it is. We were late. We were late. I mean, it was very late when we get in here. We walk in here. He has somebody that works at our hotel waiting on him with a McDonald's bag.
Mr. Murphy?
Right in front of him.
Would you like to know how that ended? He told me. Fell asleep with fries in his hand.
Yeah.
Well, 26, Bone. Tighten up.
Not to rub it in. He called for an airstrike for McDonald's every single day we were in Arizona. I heard the exact same thing the 2 previous days. Had to get McDonald's late night because nothing was open.
There was a lady
Ledge.
holding it like this. He walked right in, walked up there.
Seamless.
Right to the elevator. I'm like, what are you doing?
To be fair, he sleeps better when there's loose fries in the bed.
All right. Let's move along.
The awards I could say, though, it's like, I'm not saying this is the drunkest person. It's maybe the most gregarious, maybe the person that surprised you the most, maybe it's the gregarious, good word. Maybe it's the person that, you didn't think necessarily would be a warm reception and that you got. I'm going to say the MVP every year, and it's not because of the drinking consumption, just the friendliness and the charismatic. John Schneider, the GM of the Seahawks, is the winner always at this event. Because
I would agree.
He's the most
I would tend
secure.
to agree.
He's the most secure in his job. He's the most successful at his job, and he's also the nicest guy and has stories galore. And he can hang.
So did you happen to see Ty was with Schneider and McCarthy last night for hour and 45 minutes, and Mrs. Schneider, I do believe, was
Tracy, hello.
So
she's awesome.
You could see that Ty was doing more. He was walking back with 4 drinks. Okay, every single time. He was
our
like 50 yards away from us.
Schneider was our MVP.
We were watching. Yeah, Schneider was big for our group as well. Ty was over there with him a long time.
Ty, I gotta tell Ty's story. I told him
Schneider had a beer in his pocket.
He did open beer in his pocket while he was drinking.
That was phenomenal. Fight Club. We don't want to give away too much.
That's a good move.
You need to know that that's happening.
He's awesome. Goat.
Yeah, he is incredible, and he's also going to go down as one of the GOATs. He's built 2 Super Bowl champions.
With completely different rosters.
Exactly, yeah. And he's a human.
And he's the man.
Yeah, which is a really cool thing. The league, you can see how special some people that are running the league are last night.
Yeah, charismatic is a good word, and there are some people that are just magnets at these events, and everyone just goes to them like flies on you know what, and you have a few of those. Well, my favorite moment was, and I told this to Ty just a second ago, we're all having fun, whatever, and then I think Zito pulled me over and is like, look at how happy Ty is. He was sitting with Rob Domofsky and Matt Schneiderman and the 3 beat reporters from the Packers, and he was holding court with the beat guys, and I'm like, this is the happiest.
So Schneiderman over there, who else was over there?
Yeah, Wes Hodkovitz, who works for the Packers, and then obviously Bob Domofsky, the Godfather.
Schrags, that what we were saying. He was holding court with Green Bay. And then he went to Seattle at one point.
Buffalo, a bit of Buffalo.
Buffalo. Those guys were up front. Yep.
That was a good little run.
Joe Buck also had a nice little appearance.
Good to see Joe. I mean, all the
Greg Olsen
folks were Greg Olsen.
Yeah, G-Reg.
Phenomenal.
Olsen, I had dinner with Olsen. I'll tell you this. I had dinner with Olsen. I'm not going to embarrass him, but I will. Olsen, he gets a slider in his hand, all right, like a hamburger or whatever. Just all over the place, right on his shirt, and then all over this. That's a disgusting sound effect. Then all over himself, all over his pants.
It's accurate though.
He's got just disgusting like meat sweats and meat stains all over him. And I look at him, I'm like, we can literally go right to my hotel. We can get you a new shirt, whatever. He goes, this party starts at 7. Let's go, bro.
Yeah,
he was in. Just floppy hair everywhere.
He seems to be the least maintenance person I've loved at his profession and how good he is. I mean, remember, that was a big story going into the year. Tom Brady's taking his spot. That's bullshit. I think everybody still feels that way, but we're all just kind of waiting to see where Greg Olsen ends up. I think everybody likes Greg.
Yeah.
I think
Greg needs a prime time.
He does.
He needs to be on a prime time game every week. He is one of the best in the business when it comes to color commentating. Not saying it former teammate, but he's obviously awesome whenever you run into him. The same guy, like you said, at least maintenance, but he is great on the mic.
Fitz and Witt were there last night, as was Kaylee Hartung, the whole Amazon.
She's awesome.
Yeah, that was
great.
Cool. That was a cool group over there.
Troy, do you have any time with Troy? Troy was amazing last night.
Troy Aikman?
Yeah.
No, I don't know how we are with Troy. I'm be honest.
No, I think he's.
Yeah, I like him.
Troy's great.
I was with Joe Buck
Funny.
for a long time.
Buck's the best.
Yeah, we were in half the booth last night. Mm-hmm. Troy never comes on our show. Then Rich Eisen's first day on ESPN at noon, he's on the show.
Okay.
So Troy always tells us, can't do it at noon. Sorry, it's impossible. First day Rich is on. Troy's like, get me on that fucking show. So I won't take it as a personal heat, but I do not know. We don't know Troy like that. On that note, Joe Buck was legendary.
Yeah.
He's called 6 Super Bowls. This is about to be his 7th Super Bowl. He's outrageously talented and has a story for literally everything.
Everything, every person.
Yeah, he was
every sport.
Phenomenal. Burke, I think, did a great job at this thing last night. Burke Magnus.
Magnus is great.
This used to be his gig.
Yep.
These types of events.
Yeah.
So he might be the best in the history at these types of events. And he was. He was put on an absolute show. It was good to see everybody, man. It was fun.
Big Mike McCarthy. Good
Jay Glazer.
Glaze. Okay, let me tell you about Glaze's event last night.
Best.
Yesterday.
Okay.
So he takes great pride in this.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with Jay for many years at Fox. 2 of us have a very good relationship, even though I am now playing for the other squad, right? Glaze every year takes great pride in that on Monday from 1 to 3 at the annual league meetings, he tries to get as many coaches as he can for a heavy drinking session, hang session, all that stuff, right? And here it is. Jay got 18 of 32 coaches.
28.
28. Brought Michael Phelps. Brought Mark Kerr, I believe, the
Smashing Machine.
Sure. Shout out to my favorite guy, Dwayne Johnson, and he played that well. I'm not really a huge. I don't know him at all. Anyway, it's fine.
I think he is the man, though. I think you could say that.
Yeah.
I think he went right into.
I like Emily Blunt. She was fantastic in that movie.
And I think Rock and Emily Blunt are kind of in a.
Yeah, they've been in a few.
Yeah, Dwayne's the man. I think you should not feel bad about complimenting Dwayne.
Dwayne is pretty good. So
people attacking him for the hair thing, the live action Moana.
Saw that.
It's like it's The Rock, dude.
Yeah, he's
And that's
trying to
how
be the
Maui looks.
character.
Yeah, that's what character
but
calls for.
Sue him.
Yeah, he is Maui.
That's Maui.
Yeah, you're okay complimenting.
So Jay's thing, I was just like, all right, enough with The Rock because I don't know him. Jay's
Papa Tui's so good.
Yeah.
Papa Tui's awesome. Zoa.
Yeah, Terramana.
Right. Oh.
Yeah.
Mana. Ushus.
Yeah.
What do we think of a live Moana? I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it'll be
The
good.
Rock's gonna kill it.
They better amp up the colors.
Let me tell you something about the live Moana, and
Listen,
I believe
kid, I can go on and on. I can explain every natural phenomenon.
you know
Rock-
the song.
The Rock
So
can do it all.
the guy, there's a guy named Bo Flynn. I sat next to on a plane, and he's one of the producers of this movie. He was telling me they found a girl to play the role who has never done like a bit, and she won out of like an open audition, and it's one of the great like Hollywood. So I am rooting for this girl. I don't know her name, but like she's going to be Moana, and she's never done any of this stuff before.
And we would like to say The Rock needs one on the scoreboard as well. We would like this to do very well.
It'll make $1 billion.
Mark Smashing
Machine
didn't do as well. Does not mean the guy's not an absolute legend.
Critical got very like I think it's a Safdie brother film. Like the critical reception was fantastic. But
on that note, dude
office
was there yesterday with Michael Phelps and 28 coaches with Jay Glazer.
So they're all there drinking. It leads into the whole thing. But the big question mark was, will Mike Tomlin show up? Because Tomlin and Glazer started this thing 18 years ago. So I was thinking maybe Tomlin comes from wherever he's been, watching his daughter doing gymnastics, almost like with the American flag, like Rodgers out of the tunnel, like let's, and he shows up, and he's like, let's go. Tomlin did not show up. So 28 of 32, and we were hoping for an emeritus role from Tomlin, but Tomlin has not been seen at the league.
Okay, yeah, we have not seen him. We would have tried to find him. We did see all the Steelers were there last night. Mike McCarthy, also MVP of this thing. He was one of the 4, I do believe, that were not at Jay Glazer's thing. Now, Jay Glazer told us, Mike's normally there. Okay, as what he said. Mike was in the middle of potentially talking to.
I heard he was in some meetings.
Okay.
He's potentially actually talking to the quarterback.
So he could be doing 2 things at once here. He could be at these, but he could also be working very hard on acquiring something.
Hey, you got to put your mic up on your mouth. You won an Emmy. Remember?
My bad.
Yeah.
It's all right. When he gave one of these.
Yeah, we do not want you to hold back from doing the So you continue to.
I'm trying to bring the juice, and if I do that and I lose my microphone, thank you for backing me up, guys.
Yeah, no problem. You got a handheld here too. So if you get too, you just go ahead and grab it. Go ahead, Ty has a question for you, Schrags.
So how much? We asked Schefty this. Like, how much actually gets done last night? Like, are guys actually talking about stuff? Like, what is your kind of
combine is where things are. You're getting your nuggets because free agency is coming up. So it's like, all right, which agents met with which teams, and we've now narrowed down. Kenneth Walker, I knew at the Combine was likely going to be a Kansas City Chief based on the conversations that we're having. And it's not legal tampering. It's like, all right, what's the roster composition? Who's there? And what do they need? And what are the Chiefs focusing on? Whatever. This is the 1 week where it's really laid back. So what your best bet is, if you're someone like me, is build a relationship. Go up to someone you might not know that well. I personally had no relationship with Brian Schottenheimer before yesterday. I went up to him. We had a coffee. We did NFL Live. We talked for 20 minutes, have his number. Now Brian Schottenheimer is someone that I can go up to and have a cool...
Congrats, Schrags.
Yeah, that was a big win. No, but you do that.
Schotty's awesome.
And it's that,
Legend.
it's
Love
that times 32. You're talking just talking to Mandy Shanahan, Kyle's wife, who I've met before, but we're just having a casual conversation, whatever. Kyle comes by, we talk. It's more about relationships and getting those contacts and saying, hey, okay, we are humans. We are working together here. I'm here if you need me. I also will be reporting the news, but there's a face behind the tweets. And I understand you guys, however I can help you, but also vice versa. Let's talk and let's have an open dialogue. So this is where that really is established.
Yeah, it's good for the league. This is very good for the league. I was kind of out on it. I thought it was all a bunch of bullshit. And then last night I saw how in everybody was. Yeah. Mark Davis is sitting 4 feet away from him. I mean, just sitting there smoking a cigar. Turn to look at him. Holy shit, nice to see you, man. Hey, good to see you guys. Just so happy sitting by himself. I'm like, you've been coming to these your whole life. Yeah, these are really good. And then I asked him, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this out of this because that's all off the record in there. According to source that were sitting very close to me last night, I don't think he's getting out of ownership. I don't know if that's breaking news or not, but there was a bunch of things being said that he was going to get run out, basically. From my understanding, I don't think that's going to be the case. No. I don't think. I think it's the complete opposite. I think it is. See you guys in the next 30 years. Yeah, he was electrifying.
He's the best.
Yeah, he is.
He's a character. There's also a thing about this where, like,
vibes.
Characters are welcome in this.
This guy's vibes.
Like characters.
Yes.
So, like, Todd Monken is a character. Like, I was talking to him about, like, character. And, like, that's maybe some of these guys don't have 9-to-5 jobs at the accounting firm. There's a place for them in the NFL. If you can coach, if you can own, if you can talk, if you can be everyone's so different and so unique, and yet the melting pot is this league and the love for the game and the paths. It's cool to see everyone intersect.
I wanted to be in Mark Davis's aura there, basically. Sure. This huge smile. Just a huge smile on his face. Just a huge smile. Just sitting there by himself, just smoking a cigar, smiling. Fitz walks over. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. That's a big smile. He goes, yeah, I'm just happy, man. And I turned to D-Buck. I go, Mark Davis just said he's just happy. And D-Buck goes, well, why wouldn't he be?
Yeah.
We did a full cheers to him. He was not drinking. He was just smoking a cigar. But we did a full, like, good for you, dude. And that was just like a casual 4 minutes last night. It's outrageous that we're doing there. D-Buck has a question for you.
I enjoyed it, Mike. You just brought up Todd Monken, and obviously we talked about Deshaun Watson and what Jimmy Haslam, the owner, has said. Shador has been in the building, new number. Shout out Shador. But if you had to place a bet right now, week 1, who's Todd Monken starting?
I was just saying with him at the coach's breakfast, and I was listening to every word. So Deshaun Watson he has spoken to, but Watson I don't think has been around as much. And then Shador has been there every single day. And then Dylan Gabriel has not been there. And they can't play football yet, but they can all be in the building and work out and everything. So if I was to put a bet right now, I would say Shador is likely in the lead spot just on the fact that he finished off last year and has been in the building and all that. But they are hoping that, Deshaun Watson's on the roster, that this guy can actually compete for the job. I don't envision them taking quarterback at 6. And despite him knowing Ty Simpson very well, because he knows Ty's dad, Jason Simpson, from their college days, I don't think quarterback in the first round for the Cleveland Browns.
Okay, I think everybody's kind of saying that has information. We'll see how it all goes. Obviously, all you need is one person to change their mind on a very important night to make a decision on draft night that kind of changes it. Deshaun Watson playing football again, good for the Browns. Would be a little trip of nostalgia back whenever ball was ball. Yeah. Let's go back when ball was ball and the Fanatics flag football game. You kind of alluded to this yesterday. Yeah. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, you did, Trags, when you talked to us about Odell and his comeback, and then I saw a report from a guy who I believe is real, Dan Duggan, about Odell being here yesterday because he's in Arizona and potentially meeting with the Giants yesterday. Is that the latest news on the potential return of Odell to the New York Giants?
He was spotted at this hotel, as Dan has that. I can't tell you how legitimate a spot would be, but having spoken with Giant sources after that breakfast where Harbaugh was completely just over the moon about Odell, I wouldn't close that door at all. It has to make sense. Look, not only do they need a receiver, and not only does Odell want to be back in the NFL, and I think the Giants would be a great place, there's still a lot of love for Odell Beckham in that Giants organization, ownership on down. So when they were having their Odell moment in 2013, 2014, and he was doing the one-handed catches, it was a really cool time for the Giants fans. And I would tell you that there is a lot of love from the highest levels for Odell Beckham.
Okay, let's go to the truck. A man who's a diehard Giants fan who, while you were talking about, the Odell Beckham Jr. love over there in New York, and as a Giants fan, I believe a man who was potentially walking these grounds yesterday and maybe had eyes on the situation. Also a guy who would love to see this happen alongside Malik Neighbors, Jackson Dart, and why not have Fofo in the back door there with Scattaboo. Bruce Brown, your thoughts on how this is all kind of playing out? He texted me too. And he said, Triggs kind of alluded to this yesterday. Just Bruce would like to. Okay. Bruce would like
Get
to
in
happen.
here.
It feels like, and he was in my ear while Schrags was talking there, saying, "Hey, I can also legitimize this." Bruce, if you would like to double down or add anything on the Giants beat that you saw last night.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty confident that I am the one who spotted it.
Okay,
and said, holy shit, I can't believe that's going on right now.
What did I say? I said, it could happen, I think, and then it was confirmed. That's it.
Bruce is the source?
Yeah, that's good reporting.
Jordan Renan, we met him yesterday.
Yeah.
He looks very cool.
Yeah.
This guy walked onto this 120-degree cement here. He had suit. The hair was perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Walked up. We appreciate him because
Christopher Moltisanti.
a couple of his tweets.
Jordan's a good man.
Good man.
Good man.
He had good energy. Bruce, though, as soon as you saw him, so excited about his life. He felt a little tingle everywhere. He walks right up to him, starts chatting with him. The OBJ thing feels like he's going to be a Giant. When would OBJ want to do that, and when would Harbaugh want that?
Oh, I think OBJ would be down to do it tomorrow if it's possible. I think the Giants are waiting out and seeing how things are going. They're not in any rush, but I think there is mutual interest. I'll say that.
Okay, I love to hear that. Storylines continue to brew out here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona for the #1 league in the world. Conman has a question for you, Schrag.
Yeah, Schrags, you mentioned the Shanahans earlier, so I'll ask you about what Kyle mentioned about how, hey, we got to go 19 hours to Australia, basically travel in time, whether that's forward or back, up to you.
Hey, is there anything positive about that, Coach?
As of right now, no. It feels like my entire team's going to be screwed for a month after this entire thing. What is kind of the vibe? Is that the vibe right now with the entire game? And then also I want to ask you the Trent Williams situation. That quietly feels like it's massive, but it's just kind of at bay right now because no one's really wants to pay him or make a huge trade for Trent Williams. Where are they at with that?
Let's start with the international piece. It's not going anywhere. If the NFL has told us anything over the last 3 days, flag football and international are their two biggest priorities, and they want to really expand. And with the international piece, the Australia thing, they have now changed the date to the start of the NFL season from Thursday to now Wednesday, and that's when the Seahawks are going to play. Then the Rams and 49ers are going to play on Thursday, which is not traditional. And if you're the 49ers, say, okay, I understand the league has these initiatives. This is a lot, and they're going a week early to go prepare for this game so their sleep and their bodies can all be adjusted. That's a lot. That's also a divisional rival. It's a huge game when you play the Rams. Talk to the Rams guys. They haven't decided what they're going to do. Traditionally, when they go to London, they usually just fly right
Stick with
in.
it, Shrek. Stick with it. There's a yellow cab that just showed up in Biltmore. There are billionaires everywhere. A yellow cab just showed up. Sorry. Go ahead, Shrigs. Shrigs, please.
The Rams, when they go to London last year, they flew in, they flew out, and they're like, we're not doing the whole song and dance. We're coming in, you're not going to see us. We're going to be like ghosts. We're going to come in. You can't do that with Australia. So this initiative for the league is enormous, and yet the coaches are feeling a little unfiltered here. And Kyle Shanahan saying, from a football perspective, this is obviously not ideal. They're playing at 10:35 in the morning in Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, to start the season like that, feels like you're going to be catching up.
Well,
That's crazy.
The Chiefs last year, and it wasn't complaints, but they said, going to Brazil, and then the Packers the year before that, going to Brazil to start season. It's not ideal. I understand the league has their initiatives, and we're going to do this, and it's what we want. We want to expand the game. But from a strictly football standpoint, you want 1 o'clock Eastern on a Sunday.
Everybody's got to just deal with it.
It is. It's it.
And the game will continue to grow. Because Australia will like our sport. Now, granted, 10:35 a.m., I'm excited to see how much they like our sport.
Yeah.
This is a huge game to send to Australia.
Massive.
This is a
It's
big
an
game.
enormous game.
I don't want to say
NFC
anything.
Championship preview.
Exactly. And I don't want to say anything about the Jags. Okay? Because we love where the Jags are. Feels like it is the brand new Jags right now. Liam Cohen's a dog. We love Stoner. The Khan family has done their entire thing. But London for a long time was Jags who can't sell out their stadium.
Yeah.
Send that shit to England. They own a soccer team over there too, so they know the lay of the land over there. Send them to England. They were going to become England's team. That was almost like the initiative. This is a gigantic game just to send all the way to Australia for the first time. Granted, Australia has contributed to the NFL numerous times, especially with the punting techniques that are all over the place, let alone the actual Australians that have been punting. I think there's an Aussie baseball player that's very good.
Yep.
I think there's
Jordan Mailata.
offensive lineman who's very good. So it's like the Australian body type is good for American football. I think they would, especially the punting, everything. I think their game catching, like once guys start getting into the football thing,
As
Speckies.
Yeah.
I think it's only going to continue to grow in Australia. But man, the timing is difficult. And to send two top teams down there to begin the season, they're opening up for a lot of people to be pissed off about the teams playing like shit afterwards.
Yeah.
Granted, if they defeat it, though, because if you fall asleep and wake up in the morning in Australia, technically in your life, you should just wake up on pace. I assume they have a bunch of science for it. And I did this last offseason.
I was going to say, you went, right?
It took me 3-4 days to feel like I was.
They're going a
back in-
full week ahead of time.
So I think they should be good, especially professional athletes. But it's crazy to put our two. These are two.
And those are what I would say crown jewel franchises.
And I think that's what they're saying to Australia, though. It's like, hey,
we respect this enough.
We're not just going to give you a Jags Browns or whatever.
No insult to
you
those
will
teams.
like our sport.
Yeah.
Like we think, and I think it's going to grow. I think it's going to be good for the game ultimately. With Cal said, the game, I guess we're spreading. Other than that, I have no idea any positives. And he didn't deliver it that way, but. That's probably.
I'll tell you, they had meetings in there yesterday, and I'm not privileged enough to be in those meetings. They're just for the owners and the people on the committees. When I tell you that this flag, and you mentioned with Adam that this Tomorrow Sports or whatever the company that does TGL is doing a professional flag football league, that is going to be a massive initiative for this league to get behind it. Oh, stop! So it's a very big initiative to now have a piece in a professional football league that the NFL is very behind with equity partners that are the private equity that are the 10%, whatever it is, and then international is massive.
Agreed.
And so we're going to flip over every stone.
Everybody can play it too. Pads, helmet, the whole thing. Not as easy in some of these. Yeah, women, men, not as easy in some places if you don't have the full foundation academy kind of coming through it. Flags just so easy. Flags are just so easy to get everywhere. 7-on-7, don't need a full 11-on-11. You can do 5-on-5. Obviously, you can do 4-on-4. I love the flag initiative. Now, I don't think we should be just acting like it is football, though. I think we learned that with
a different
Team
sport.
USA.
Very
I think it
different.
is great for football. It is incredible for football.
I saw you use my quote from Peyton. I sat at his table for the breakfast, and Sean was preparing for like 2 weeks for that game, and thought that he had a playbook and he was ready, and he's a lunatic and didn't want to lose. And he's like, it was a very humbling experience.
Did the players think they were going to beat those guys?
Yes.
Bamboozled.
Even with the retired guys and Logan and
Yes.
Luke Kuechly said, you know what, we're going to be okay. Who told him they were going to be okay? Fanatics.
Definitely. Yeah.
I assume they weren't doing it to get their ass kicked on national television.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think there had to be a bamboozling that took place. These guys actually thought they were going to win, right?
Yes. And Peyton treated it seriously. Brady treated it very seriously. These guys were and he said it was a humbling experience. And then I said it. He said, I would be shocked if we have an NFL player on this Team USA in 2028. It's a different sport.
I don't think our guys are going to want to do it.
No.
Burrow, I'm told, and this isn't from Sean, this is from people who are, Burrow, I'm told, is hell-bent. He wants to win an Olympic.
He got tackled 3 times in the flag football.
Burrow ain't hoosh.
Yeah, so we're happy about that. But and also he's a player, but I don't know if he has the elevator 6th floor to 2nd floor.
No,
back up to the 7th floor, down to the 1st.
The question is, and it's I talked to Olsen for a while, who called the game, and I was talking. He said, the question is, if you say Kyler Murray, who would be great at flag football, run. Can you commit? Would you be willing after the season to give us like a month of hardcore training?
No.
It's tough to ask these guys in the off season. Hey, you're going to commit to this because Hoosh Doucette has been training his whole life for this, and it's a different sport.
Goddamn right.
And Hoosh got that dog in.
Are you kind of a Hoosh Doucette guy? It sounds like you're.
Well, I'm just saying, hey, if we want to win a gold, we don't need Joe Burrow being the quarterback of our team. We need fucking Hoosh and no one else.
Well said.
That's what we're talking about. Hoosh Doucette here.
Not some guy.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's not just a full-time quarterback. As you know, Joe could be on the team and Hoosh Doucette could be on the team. He also plays slot wide receiver.
I don't need Hoosh catching balls. I need Hoosh dropping dimes and pulling flags.
The thing that Olsen said was maybe the most surprising for them, the players, because he spoke to him, and Greg was like, I think they thought they were going to throw the ball and it was going to be hey, 3-step drop, pass to say. It's a lot of laterals. It's all sorts of different movement.
Yeah, we don't know the rules.
You don't even know if you don't have a
gimmicks.
Tom Brady's going 3-step drop, looking like.
I would just like to say, because what flag football did in Indianapolis, did they do the World Championship or something in Indianapolis?
Did
on NFL Network?
Yes.
I went and watched.
Did you go?
I went and watched. It was at Butler, so I went and watched this thing. And it was and I did not grow up in the flag football era. We did not have
Nor did I.
flag football.
We didn't have it in my town either.
I'm happy it exists now. Trying to get sanctioned as school sport in high schools for women and girls and men and everything like that. But which it should. I was part of a commercial. Yeah, scholarships. Yeah. We think it's great. We love it. I did not grow up in knowing what flag football was, though. I don't really understand it as much. So I went and watched that thing at Butler, and I was like, that little doop-de-doo move.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is the game.
Yeah.
How can you learn that quick enough?
And if you noticed, they would do a dump down to Saquon, and it was the flag guys, the flag right away.
Immediately.
Couldn't move right away.
Yes.
And then when they would
Luke
get it.
Kuechly had to tackle him.
Yes.
And Jalen Ramsey actually did tackle him.
Yes.
And then there was a couple moments where the NFL guys were like, about sick of these little punks.
Yes. Yeah.
And then there was a couple extra contact, and it's like, well, that's a penalty, actually. It's like, well, what are we supposed to do? Grab the flag. It's impossible. They've been doing it for years. Yeah. I thought if the boys knew they were playing at Team USA, we did not know they were playing the good guys.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
We thought it was Cobras versus Vipers.
Yeah, exactly.
We thought that's what we thought it was.
Which, in hindsight, the NFL guys might have preferred.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. If I would have known they were playing Team USA, I think I, as a person that has a microphone in front of me every day, would have said, we are betting on the Team USA ones for sure, just strictly because I'd seen it in person. If the boys are being told you'll be okay without even watching these guys play, that's on them, but it's also middle of their offseason. So whoever was telling them and feeding them the information that they're going to be okay, I think you kind of set the boys
was
up.
Team USA always supposed to be there, or were they there because it got moved?
I think it was by the combine. I knew that was the case, and that was before it got moved. So yeah, I think it might have been.
You knew Team USA was going to be there?
Yeah, at the
Did
combine.
Did you tell the players?
Because Sean Payton was telling me at the combine. I remember that it was legends and it was the current guys, and then there's going to be the Team USA piece.
Yeah,
still
legends and leaders.
You would think they wouldn't
Founders.
even believe it either way. If you're telling Tom Brady and Joe Burrow, careful now. These guys, they can play ball. You would assume just a competitor in those guys. Probably.
Okay, and I understand that. I appreciate that, actually. Right.
I think Peyton had the right word.
And then
Humbling.
once you see it, it's like, okay, there is a very legitimate skill to pull a flag and to do the elevator thing and the twisty turning thing,
and knowing the rules immediately.
Yeah, knowing the rules
plays.
exactly.
Yeah, all of it. The cross route.
Yeah,
it is. We had no chance.
Coach Peyton should have shown him some Hoosh film. Put the fear of God in those guys' hearts.
He had a playbook. He told me. He drew up a playbook.
They have film.
Did he text these guys video of Hoosh?
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't think he had the defensive game plan ready, but I know
that's
the
what it feels
offense.
That's the problem.
Who was DC?
Saleh was with Shanahan, and I believe Harbaugh was with Peyton. Yeah.
I got a coach we needed on the staff.
Who?
We all know him.
Yep, we do.
Chuck Pagano.
Nope, lives in California.
Yep.
That's some great cigars and whiskey.
He would have put the
As a yacht.
It would have helped a lot.
He has a yacht.
Yeah.
He texted me yesterday.
Tell you later, Shrek.
He texted me yesterday the first time, telling me that if I want to go get my ass kicked in golf by Pat Perez, I can. I saw his name. It was late night. I saw his name on my phone. I was like, good to see this guy. We're talking about Coach, national champion.
Yeah.
JB.
Coach JB, yeah.
He should. If he was given the reins to Team USA, I don't know if there would be a single loaf in that entire tournament.
No way.
Who respect, we respect.
Yeah. All right. Now you get it. Now you get it. Anything we haven't talked about?
Yeah.
I got one for Schrager. I got a question for Schrager, unless you were about to say something that actually means something.
No. Go on.
Hold on. Schrager, please say what you were going to say, and then we will definitely get to that.
No, the other thing was last night before the big reception, the NFL unveiled that they're also producing partners on a real television show, a scripted television show, which is the first time they're doing this. It's with the guy who does This Is Us and Paradise, and it's called The Land, and it's about the Cleveland Browns, and it's going to be sold to an actual network, but the NFL is a production partner on it, which is another asset in this media world now. The NFL is going to be producing things at an even greater scale. We're talking about a scripted serial show that the NFL is a production partner.
So that's a relationship with Skydance, I do believe, which is owned by Paramount, which is now partnered with the NFL to create scripted, non-scripted feature film series about football stories.
You know how everyone is a media company? Well, the NFL is a media company.
Yeah, certainly are. And the people they hire are all, NFL Films obviously involved with that as well, the way they're shooting everything. It's like they try to find the Scorseses of these stuff. And
that Fogelman, he did, obviously This Is Us, and I think he also did Parenthood maybe. He's got a long, but he's also a diehard Browns fan.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it should be great. I think the NFL, from my understanding of the relationship with Skydance, said there's so many stories that we would like to be able to tell that you can't just do a documentary for everything.
Yeah.
Like we would like to tell these stories. And it's a growth of a league, and obviously we understand this more than they expand Skydance Sports into the preeminent global sports content studio. It's like the NFL is pop culture. The NFL is society.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it is society now. So them just starting their own stories and telling their own tales, how they want to tell it and what needs to be told or something that they think should be something that's told, seemingly inevitable.
Yeah.
Seemingly inevitable.
And I think this will actually work with the buy-in from the NFL because that always if you watch a football movie or anything, it takes you any given Sunday.
It
takes you out immediately.
The Sharks.
These aren't NFL teams, but if the NFL is actually working.
That's why draft day actually works.
Yes, exactly.
Because you see the Seattle Seahawks logo.
Right.
You see the Browns logo.
Bo Callahan.
Part of it. I love Bo.
Kobe Fleener with a pancake block during the credits.
That's kind of sweet.
It might be
Stanford's own.
Yeah, it might be his best block he's ever had in the NFL. Kobe Fleener. I think he pancaked somebody during the credits. I was so happy.
I love that.
I was like, they put you over pretty big during the credits, bro. He had his head down, fucking driving the thing. It was a full on. Nobody going to that guy's birthday party though did give us a little insight.
Yes, it did.
Into how everybody kind of views this entire thing. I like that they're doing that. What else are they talking about today? You said Goodell's talking later.
Goodell's going to do a press conference later. And
wait, pause.
Yeah.
Rules have broke. NFL owners have approved 4 rule changes per source. Schrags, give us your opinion on the competition committee permitting the kicking team to declare an onside kick at any time during a game.
So last year it was only a fourth quarter 2-minute thing, and they said, all right, let's scrap that. Let's go back to what it was. Just have to announce it.
Yeah, you can't surprise onside kick, but we can do one in the first quarter if we're Jeff Fisher and we're playing against Peyton Manning.
Oh, yeah.
He did 3 of those. Titans versus Colts. Colts won by 50. By competition committee to eliminate the kicking team's incentive to intentionally kick the ball out of bounds when kicking off from the 50-yard line. Okay, so that's just going back to where the touchback would be as opposed to half the distance. Every team that kicked it out of bounds looked like super geniuses, but the rule looks stupid. The league looks stupid.
It looked dumb, and it happened Monday night, first game, when we had on the broadcast, I think Troy and Joe or even the Manning cast were like, wait, I would just kick it out of bounds. You don't want to kick it and get a return. So, just get rid of all that.
Yeah, it just looks
extra
stupid.
strategy. Yeah.
Everybody looks super smart the first couple times it happened, and then at the end, it was like, this is so stupid. Why would you do this? Shout out to the kickoff, by the way, upping the amount of returns by like 1,500 or 2,000. I forget what it was.
Strikes.
By competition committee to modify the kickoff alignment requirements for receiving team players in the setup zone. Okay, so Pelissero is not giving a lot of detail on what was exactly.
That would be more your world than mine.
I think it's the other returner is allowed to move or the setup zone. I think they want to be able to at least move. I think they want to move people. There's a group of 8 on the return team, I believe, that are locked. Like they're just kind of locked, not allowed to move. There's like an area. Then there's 2 in the back. So it must be 9 in the locked area. 2 returners in the back. 2 returners have been allowed to move. I think they want to have one. I don't know. There's something else to the kickoff that they want to make it more explicit.
This last one's fascinating, Pat. Go.
By competition committee for 1 year only to allow the NFL officiating department to correct clear and obvious misses made by on-field officials that impact the game. In the event that there is a work stoppage involving the game officials represented by the NFL Referees Association. As the NFL is saying, if these refs want to play a little hanky-panky, we'll certainly hop in a sack. If they don't want to ref, we'll ref.
Nope.
Now, who's controlling that?
Park Avenue.
Who, though?
That'll likely be the Walt Andersons and the guys.
You think he goes against the Referees Association?
Oh, great point.
That's a great point.
Who's doing it?
Official. You're right.
Is he employed by the league, though? Like, if he's employed
he's a
by
league
the league,
employee.
he has to.
He's a league employee. He runs the official.
So do we like that it's Walt Anderson now on every call? Okay.
Troy Vincent is really the person who spearheads that whole department, and now it's a decision he makes. But I don't know if Walt. That's a fascinating ask. If Walt goes with his old colleagues who are the rest, or if he says I'm a league employee now.
Because let's talk like Steratore. Steratore is obviously with CBS right now.
Yeah,
but he's not going to crack.
No, that's what Tomlin should do. Mike Tomlin should do that.
It's just call every.
If
Jim Schwartz for a year did that when he was out of work. He said, "I'm going to go work and learn from the officials," and did that and worked in the league office as one of.
Maybe he does it again.
Chuck Pagano did the same thing. I believe he went and learned from the officials as well. And I think you see a lot of coaches and players want to learn more because they've probably been jaded by some terrible calls. And they're like, they got to learn a little bit more about this. But if they're going to have the eye in the sky for every one of these games, who's looking at the eye?
Maybe
that's a whole other question.
Maybe that's really next level. That's a good question,
dude.
Put Chuck up there.
I think ex-coaches would be good, especially try to find the ones that have been jaded by a terrible call. They'll be a little bit more motivated. I think you could put them in there, but not every coach is going to be good at it. I mean, that's certainly not going to be the case. Walt Anderson, no offense, you gave us a great 15 years out of your 30-year career, I think. I think there was probably a good 15 in there somewhere at the beginning. Very, very thankful for him, but we don't want Walt Anderson.
Well, like
on every call, do we?
Like you said, like he's been a ref for how long? You think he's just these are all his buddies. These guys hate him forever. If all of a sudden he's like, there's no way he's going to do this.
Steratore won't crack. I assume Blandino
Terry
won't.
McCauley, I wouldn't think.
I don't think any of them will. Like legitimately, I don't think any of them. That's how the refs union. Very strong.
Brotherhood.
Very, very, very strong.
What do you think of the 1 year thing? I remember we had the pass interference could be reviewed for 1 year, and then they immediately pulled the plug. Do you think it's because of the labor strife that they would offer this, or it's more that the NFL overall wants the ability to say, hey, we're going to go for it?
Right here, they get public leverage over the NFL Referees Association, but they also get a chance to experiment on what they can do in the future. Just like what baseball's doing with ABS right now. They experimented a lot with that, right?
Yeah.
Experiment, and then boom, we roll it out. Now it's one of the most exciting things.
And people love it.
I love it.
Except the umps.
Yeah. Bingo. Which, who might not love this?
Yeah.
The refs. So they're also getting a chance to kind of utilize the technology that we've always wanted them to potentially utilize. And that could be a vision of what the future looks like in the NFL. Referee Association doesn't want that. No. You're giving them an opportunity to maybe explore with robots. Maybe that public leverage will get them into a negotiation where they're able to make an agreement. Remember, the refs say the NFL is not even showing up to negotiate. The NFL is saying, you're not even moving anytime we do this. So, like, it's a real standoff right now, it feels like.
The ref's point is we are paid peanuts compared to the NBA and compared to the MLB, and also we don't even get health benefits. So, yes, you want us there earlier, but where is it? And the NFL is saying, hey, you guys are operating on your own.
The refs are also saying we don't want to be talked to for 2 months after the Super Bowl. We don't want to have to
dark period is what they call it.
Yeah, we don't have to talk to anybody. We don't have to be full time. Like
don't answer any questions in the full report.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, and also nobody can get fired if you get seniority. Like there's a lot of other stuff too that the refs are saying that I think we should be able to find a reasonable outcome there That's going to take a lot of give up by the referee association.
Do you personally, I felt like yesterday your point to me about the D1 refs not going was the most illuminating thing I've heard on the topic. And I said it on my own show. I did the Schrager Hour afterwards, and I was like, Pat McAfee had the best point ever. Like, you're not just going to get college refs raising their hands here. This is a job and a profession where they respect the hierarchy and they go up the ladder. The union and all that. You made a great point. I feel like you've been very clear and you've been very perceptive in the moment on a lot of this stuff. I feel like, not that I'm asking you to be this person, but you have a real passion for the rules, it seems like.
Yeah, I hate these refs. Okay. Sorry, I like the good refs.
Who was your favorite ref when you were a player?
I like Gene Steratore. He's a Pittsburgh guy. Yinzer Italian. He's the greatest. He's the GOAT. Ed Hockley was awesome. There was a couple others that I enjoyed. I enjoyed interaction with Cleat pretty well. Anybody that had moxie, that was a white cap, I liked.
You liked that?
Yes.
Because some players, like, it's not about you, dude.
No, I agree, but you're speaking for the game. So whenever you have an ISO with 50 million people watching, I think you have to have some moxie. I think you have to have some confidence. Who's the other guy?
The Big 12 crew?
I love the Big 12 crew.
Yeah.
They need to be just given a primetime slot every.
Are they good?
Yes. Unbelievable.
In the college football
But
playoff.
they will not.
No.
They would never break the code.
Bingo. No. Yeah, because they can't.
Ethics.
Because they're definitely going to be in the NFL.
There's what is that? The biggest games in the Big 12? They have a crew that just does those games?
Yeah, you get voted into it. They did the college football playoffs last year and then the college football playoffs this year. They were selected for the national championship, but also 2 of the college football playoff games, which is kind of.
I don't remember a single bad call in any of those games.
Boys let them play.
Yes.
Very consistent. Very consistent. Not scared either. Like, white cap, not scared of the moment. 30 million people, 40 million people watching. Give me this thing. Let me go ahead and deliver for the good of ball. And also, whenever there was a kickoff.
Yeah, he's got moxie, too.
He's got real moxie.
Throw the arrow.
He's down at the other end, and they blow for the kickoff to start when everybody's set. They check with the 2 side refs, then they check with here, then they count the people, and then they send it basically to the side ref. I think that's there. Then that side ref runs off the field, then the kicker is to go, right? So there's a whole thing. He had different sends to the kicker. He threw one a couple times, like a football, as he blew it. He took
took one out of the quiver.
Michael
Robin Hood
Vandervelde.
That's his name.
So this is a college ref that we think, and his crew, would do fantastic in the NFL. On that note, would never break.
Not a scab.
He wouldn't
never,
be a scab.
because they know they're going to have to deal with this association. In a year, 2 years, they're going to be in there, and that's like every good ref's goal. So I'm telling you, that Fail Mary time was so bad. Just so bad.
2 games, right? Was that what it was? How many? 3?
No, it was longer than that. That was longer than that.
Because I remember I did.
What year was that? 2012.
3 or 4, maybe?
I thought
Mary
5, maybe?
Yeah, I thought it was into October.
Was it that long?
It was long.
Because I remember when they returned, I remember Jeff Triplett did a Packers game and gave like a hero's welcome, and they were all standing ovation from the fans. And then I did Baltimore, and Steratore was there, and like the crowd stood up, and like for the first time ever, the refs were like, "Well, thank you, we're back." And then a week later, everyone was like, "Oh,
yeah." But
guys,
think about how much success. 3 games.
First 3 weeks.
Think about how much success. Was there another primetime game in the 4, or is it just the finish of week 3?
I think the Fail Mary was the last.
It was.
It was Sunday Night Football. The Hail Mary Hail Mary was
Breaking point.
So 3 weeks of that. Think about how loud it was. Week 1, week 2, and then obviously week 3. That ref union is very good. And I believe the guy that is leading,
Scott Green.
This is his last hurrah potentially too. So he was there during that one. It's like, hey, boys, we will find ourselves with incredible leverage here. Like absolutely incredible leverage. We won't have to answer for anything. Everybody will have a job forever. We don't have to be full time. Like that.
I'll tell you, I remember this. I was working on Inside the NFL for Showtime, and that play happens to Fail Mary. And we had it's a ridiculous play. We had the ref come on because immediately after the labor strife, it's like he's going back to being a high school coach. So he was on, and he was a guest on Inside the NFL, and he was like, "It's my moment too." I think he wrote a book.
Jeez,
like it was that was their moment. Like these replacement guys. And
I'm telling you, we can't have it.
Can't have it.
Can't have it. I just can't. That would be that'd be like a work stoppage in my eyes, detrimental to the NFL.
But what about all the talk about Australia and the Dan Fogelman series and the flag football? This is what the priority has got to be.
Especially with people gambling.
Yeah.
People gambling on the games.
Why that accent?
Gambling?
What are you talking about? Are you gambling right now? We got a little bit of a crowd back here. I have no idea how this has happened. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming, guys. Good to see you. Hell yeah, team. All right. So what's going on here?
Bleaker Trading.
I'd imagine they're not
I know it.
thrilled about
Great card store.
Who?
The Biltmore, the people that are staying here.
Yeah, but are these people staying here? Or are these people at the Biltmore?
I've seen
think
a
so.
couple of guys get out of Ubers.
Yeah.
I saw a yellow cab pull up.
Yes,
Yeah,
bingo.
uh-huh.
I don't think they're all staying on property.
I don't think Jimmy Haslam is showing up in a yellow cab.
But after he
Never know.
pays Deshaun Watson's deal, he might have. He might have.
Already paid.
That's David Mulligetta football. All right, Schrags, what else?
Yeah, I cut you off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my question, of course, which I remember, was
Yes, that's a great pool.
Was and granted, it is early.
Are you trying to find it right now still?
No. I did find it.
They call this vamping.
I found it, but I do want to preface it with I know that it's early, but you are very good at pontificating things that are going to happen. And at this point, free agency has happened, all the hirings have happened, the staffs are kind of established. I personally, as far as who's going to be the Patriots of this year, I do love the Giants because Harbaugh, second-year QB, things like that, the guys they signed. Like, who right now are you kind of feeling out, looking at everything they've done? And they still have the draft and the camp and everything. But who do you have your eye on now as like hey, Lions might miss the playoffs. That was your one last year you nailed. Year before, Commanders, making the playoffs, making a run. They go to the NFC title game. Like, who right now are you kind of feeling almost as if a team that you might see, doing very well, or don't look now, they might be over the hump.
Too early for the because I like to see training camp on the The team that is saying all the right things and seems to be building the right way, I do think the Ravens are going to come back with a vengeance right now. And I know the Max Crosby trade fell through, and I know this upsets Tone in a real way, but talking to Minter,
Visibly.
talking to DaCosta, talking to those guys, it's like they felt the impact of missing the playoffs, and that went from the top to the bottom, and they know that they had to scrap a lot of things and bring a lot of new faces and new voices, and I believe there is a urgency, a desire, and a freshness in that building where I think the Ravens are going to be very good.
Are they going to extend Lamar? Because that was the other conversation. Like, they didn't get an extension done with him, so is Lamar going to leave?
I would imagine all that gets taken care of in the wash, and it will happen, and it's not going to happen on our timeline.
Okay, on their timeline.
Yeah.
Steve Bisciotti's timeline.
Yeah,
That's right.
He is the man.
See him yesterday or no?
Is he here?
I haven't seen him, but he's also usually a fixture at these things. Cigar, same deal. Similar vibe than what you were.
Oh, if I would have ran into Bisciotti.
He's the man.
Probably in the shadows, doesn't want to be seen, but wants to be there.
Yeah, you're right. Want to experience it, but don't want others to experience me.
Remember, after they won it, I was here probably 12 years ago now. It was 2013.
I just got ears. He was there. Nobody wanted to tell me?
Bisciotti was sitting at this event, that same event.
I did not see him.
I didn't see him.
Me either.
Nobody saw him.
I took a lap.
Probably Great Gatsby.
Let me guess.
Great Gatsby.
Who was it?
Yeah, you know who it was.
Was it the $600 shirt guy?
It was. It was a $600 shirt guy. It was an Italian shirt, though, I'll have you know. And nobody thought he underpaid for it after they found out he paid $600 for it. That's Bruce Brown.
Oh, Italy, by the way, the Cleveland Browns.
Shut up.
State. That's Cleveland Browns nation now.
Yeah.
Italy.
pride.
That just reminded me of that. I forgot about that.
That's a tough loss.
Huge win
That's a
for
tough
Cleveland.
loss.
All the Browns fans.
Great, we get
everyone
Ireland.
in Italy now
Italy.
has to be a Cleveland Browns fan.
We get
got a lot of
Potatoville.
paisans.
What happened?
Easy.
Each
they
team
gave him
gets
the
the
Italian
marketing
market.
rights. You get the
Cleveland gets
marketing.
Italy.
Cleveland got Italy?
Like
Yeah.
Risk. Yeah.
Congratulations.
They took one look at Monken and said,
Tuscany.
he's a friend of ours.
And Pittsburgh got Potatoville.
Excuse me.
Potato
The Rooney
Phil.
family are ambassadors to Ireland.
Yeah. Keep chirping about
Okay.
Ireland.
Pittsburgh's
Potatoville.
ambassadors to Italy.
Yeah, I would say Pittsburgh is a very
This
Italian
is
city.
bullshit.
Cleveland, I think they got Italian stewards.
I'm done with the international series. By the way, this is the straw that broke my back.
I will say, Tone, before he had the broken back from this particular straw, he said he's about sick of us having to send our product to these other countries. If these other countries don't like us, we don't send our game to them.
It's America's product. They want to come watch a game, get on a plane and come over, okay?
I don't feel that way. I think the game should grow.
I get the angle.
Oh, okay.
I do get it.
Tone hates it. Tone has been very...
The only good part is that the game's on at 9:30 in the morning on Sunday. That's
do
great.
it.
It would be like having that window, right?
I love having that window.
Wake up,
but I don't like
football.
sending our athletes to other countries, okay? Injury risks, a lot of other risks.
What
okay?
if they were to send this show and this group to one of these markets? Which one would interest you the most?
Ireland. Let's go
Italy.
back.
Go back. You've already done it, though,
Go
for the
back.
Notre Dame game.
I'm not going back.
What about Paris?
I can't
You
survive.
see Paris?
Spain
Paris would
be
be the last one I think we would pick.
What about Madrid?
Yeah.
Germany.
That would be electric.
Paris already surrendered from us, our show going over.
Trying to go to
World War II. Really, that one really smooth. Yeah, really
You got
smooth.
it. You nailed it.
That's you watch that one back and you say, and you high five it. Yeah, that's smart. That is not why.
We have a lot of French fans. Will you please?
Do we?
Yes.
I don't think we do.
Huge.
Oui, maybe. Bonjour, ça va? Je m'appelle Pat. Yeah.
I think the McAfee Show in Paris for a week before a Saints game would be incredible.
When I was 14, the McAfee Show was in Paris. Yeah, it was. It did not go well.
Germany.
Yeah, Germany would be sweet. I think Germany would be awesome. Italy would be crazy. Any of them would be sweet, man. It's always a festival. Whenever we played in England, it was just like an American sports festival. You saw basketball jerseys, baseball jerseys, you saw everything. But now that football is becoming more and more, it is a festival. So I think I'd like to go to anyone. Paris, though, you can go ahead and jot that one down. It's probably never.
Why?
Place smells awful.
That's not
it's
why.
such a wonderful city.
That is not why.
I've heard it smells like
City of romance, city of great soccer, and of course.
Okay. I don't know. I got married in Indianapolis. There's a lot of romance.
Yeah, there is.
There's a lot of romance out in
Indiana's
Indianapolis.
Why? Because they have a bridge that you put locks on?
No, come on.
It's
They
the
were pooping in
Champs-Élysées.
the Seine.
That's kind of cool.
They were pooping in the Seine.
It's the
Olympics were there.
Champs-Élysées.
They still
Very
smoke
well.
cigs, so that might get us there.
Oui.
Breaking news in our group chat, by the way.
Breaking news in the group chat. It is Ravens just texted Mr. Bishaw. He's not here, so that was a lie.
Okay, I didn't
Thank
see
you.
him.
We would have told
Yeah,
you.
we wouldn't have missed him.
He's the best. I didn't see him.
So Bruce said, I saw him.
I didn't.
Didn't tell you.
No, I fucked
Who
that
said
up.
he was here?
I saw DaCosta was back corner, so I said back corner. That's on me.
Or he was there, and then we are talking about him being here now, and they said, "Hey, make sure people
Like Kaiser
people know I'm
Sose.
not
Yes.
actually
Yeah,
there."
it is,
But he
man.
is. Yes.
Guys are so saying. All right, this show's ending in 2 minutes. Thank God. We're not going to.
By the way, France is not even in our top 23 countries watches this program.
Really?
I would. That's pretty crazy. I would expect a 50 to 60 there. How many countries are you? Every time I find out how many countries
I love this.
I think there's
That's a
163 countries.
Give me a metric. Give me a country that we would be surprised with.
It goes U.S., Canada, the UK, Australia, Germany, Mexico, India,
Boom.
the Philippines.
I've always wanted to have an Indian show since the beginning.
You got to do it.
Because I think we have somebody hang around me that's an Indian person that speaks their language. Now, granted, I think there's a lot of different languages in India as a whole. Just one of them. Kind of hang out, catch the vibe, deliver the whole show in my cadence. We're off in India.
Bro.
Now the tech does it already.
That is incredible.
Well, thanks. YouTube beat us to it. They do it to every single country, actually.
What else after
In
India?
every single country. I did not know India was climbing like that, though. I'm happy to hear that.
After India was the Philippines, Ireland, Netherlands, New Zealand, Indonesia, South Africa, Sweden, Japan, Spain, Italy, Singapore, Brazil, Venezuela, Switzerland, Malaysia, and Denmark.
Ponche.
All before France?
Yeah. I mean, and that's
French
just
don't
the
like
list we
me.
got. We don't
I was there as a 14-year-old, bro.
I don't friend.
They didn't like me immediately. Immediately, they did not like. I mean, I got a cleat to the chest. Yeah, I'm telling you. If you want to know how a country feels about America, drop me in the middle of it. I'm not saying people know who I am, but they look at me and they go, "That is an American."
American.
Put that on the billboard.
That one right there. Yeah, I could tell just looking at it. That asshole. That's an American, and that is everywhere in the world. You drop me in the middle, I'll probably be able to. Tell
France is
quickly.
26th. They'll just send it.
26.
We can probably go through there and see how people feel about Americans, if we really want to dive into it. On that note, I love all of you.
Japan would be cool.
Would be down.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be back in the Thunderdome. We're going to be honest. Show's kind of let us down. The league meetings didn't. It's been a blast. You all are the best. Have a good one. Goodbye. We battled through today.
Yeah. Okay, good
I mean,
one.
we covered all the news.
Yeah, we've done it.
We did ABS. We're still live, Shrakes.
Sorry.
Jeez. We had a hot mic earlier, too.
Hey, go.
Boys in the truck having one.
It caught me saying, "Did your shirt take over party list?"
That's what it got.
Yeah.
And on that note, there was some compliments to the
It was
shirt.
a good
It
shirt.
would look great.
It was the only polo I had. Wore it golfing.
You look great.
Thank you.
I thought you looked great. Your shoes were cool, too.
They're the only ones I brought. So I actually was looking to get some more shoes and a polo shirt. Turns out the mall here walked in a Saks Fit Zombieland.
No, Macy's was open. I went to Macy's. It was also, there's a
Tough
Macy's. in
finding
there.
a fit at Macy's.
Nick
we
got,
were in there for
Nick
a
got
while.
that cool fit at Macy's.
Yeah, and Nick kept telling people I bullied him into it. He and I saw that outfit.
Thought Nick looked good.
Yeah, exactly. There was a leather one. There was a leather one that Connor could have wore.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I was just
Pants
worried
or
about
jacket?
passing out. Both,
Shorts.
all of it.
Yeah, leather shorts, leather, kind of like
Turn
a
that
polo.
down.
Headband too.
Would have stuck to me like gum.
Like Big Mike shirt.
By the time I walked outside, especially finding out we didn't know the whole thing was outside. So when we
We
walked,
didn't know anything.
We didn't know anything.
We have known nothing. They put our set right here in front of the whole thing. We know nothing about what's going on.
Great set.
Great set.
Yeah.
This has been unbelievable. Nobody can join the show, though, because all the sessions are happening while the show's on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what we need to do if we do this again, I'm not committing to, but if we do this again, we need to pre-record the people whenever they're not in these sessions. Run them in this thing.
Yeah.
Sunday night, we record a full show. Boom, that gets run Monday. Monday night,
We just record the
before
party.
we record whole show. Boom, that gets.
Maybe we would do the show
Show
at
at
Glazer's.
party.
We do the show at Glazer's place.
Yeah.
Or we just fly in for last night.
That's not a bad idea either.
And then we fly out.
Tell the same stories and have the same experiences.
That, if I was to guess, I would assume next year.
Can I tell you though? They alternate East Coast, West Coast. So next year we'll likely be in Florida.
Boom.
We were there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We're in
Sign
bed.
us up.
We're in bed by 4 a.m.
Yeah,
That place was beautiful last time we went to Florida, league meetings.
Yeah.
was.
very nice.
Yeah, it was.
To Orlando or Palm?
remember
but
you?
see,
remember
this-
Remember the Harbaughs were.
Yeah.
Oh,
shooting
yeah,
for
that
takedowns
thing.
on you.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. If it's on East Coast, that changes everything because then the meetings are 9 to 12 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
And so they will be able to come
Bingo.
on the program between 12 and
Boom.
3. Up top. Yeah.
Oh, that was all of us. Shregs kind of got left hanging there. Shregs, any final messages for the people who have had to sit through this one?
I think it's been great.
Yeah.
I think it's been a real showcase for my talents and my ability to hang with the crew. So I'm exactly thrilled with this. This was a great episode. I loved it. I would say.
I'll tell you what, Shregs, that's a great way to view this.
Well said.
That is what it was.
Makes me feel better.
Yeah, Shregs, it was.
Last night I loved seeing you guys in the mix. I know that you know there was some apprehension from some of the boys, like, ugh, I don't want to be at something that's so official.
No.
And it was fun, and the guard was down, and you guys were great, and you were celebrated in a way that I think you were a little surprised, probably a little bit, right? By
a lot of people saying hello. That was very kind of everybody.
We-
a lot of people saying
We
hello.
probably should have known because I think the NFL's not doing anything Mickey Mouse. I don't know why I was expecting us to go to like a Holiday Inn ballroom, just like a big open ballroom with like one bar
Yeah.
and like a
wedding.
and like a thing of
Because
like
Combine, to be
smoking.
honest, is in a convention center, so you're thinking, oh, it's going to be the same thing. This is a different deal.
Yeah, and everybody here kind of knows the deal.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yes.
here knows the deal. Got 31 billionaire security walking around. You know, them tailing the families too.
Yeah.
Two things you'll like: the fleet of black cars that will show up when the sessions close out. That is always a sight to be seen. You have thousands of them. And then the second thing would be Goodell does a press conference. The second that press conference ends, like rats, everyone leaves.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's
What time is
outta
that
here.
press conference?
I think it's usually a moving target when the meetings are over. So I would say usually later today, probably like 3 or 4 o'clock.
Would we be able to ask a question if we get in there?
If you're a credentialed member of the media, you sure can.
Good news.
Boom.
What would be your one
Still got
question?
it.
As someone who did this from that side many, many years, you get one question. And then you don't want to ask a softball, and you don't want to, necessarily ask something that's going to be asked someone else. What would be your one question to Roger Goodell?
I don't know. It depends on how it was going. What are the other questions that have already been asked, Shrakes? You know, you can't just go in there with the game
You're going to
plan.
start off with the refs question. You're going to again be asked.
Refs
about-
probably being asked by somebody else before me.
Yeah, broadcasting will be a question. There will be a question about maybe league initiatives, minority coaches. There'll be some questions about like our league points that are like talking points, and then they're going to be, all right, Pat McAfee, what's your question?
I don't know. I got to be in the room. I'd have to be in the room, see how it happens.
Everyone said there's not a lot going on this year.
That's a great thing for the league.
Yeah, it is a great thing for the league. Not good for the refs.
No.
All right. I don't know who the. Hey, how you guys doing? Good to see you guys. You guys look good.
Official. Same
You guys look
Yeah,
good.
look like hotel people.
Thunderbirds.
I don't know. Are they Thunderbirds? That's a good question.
Sounds like they have a good
Built more people.
Do we know if they can hear us if I'm not looking at them? Those people over there that are by phone?
Yeah,
Yep.
there's an audio over there.
Thumbs
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, they can. Okay, so I don't want to say anything. I was just going to ask who they could possibly be.
You guys want to?
Hey, you guys look
yourself.
awesome. Thank you guys for the hospitality.
Thank you.
This place is great.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for what you do, man.
Frank Lloyd Wright.
Been doing
That's right. We love this place.
Do you know that?
I think they're associated with the hood.
I think
they're
one of
wearing
them
badges.
might own it, actually.
Bing Crosby wrote "White Christmas" from here, right?
Get on a time.
That's true.
Yep, they're all.
Yep.
Yep.
what?
Yeah, I think guy in the middle owns it.
Okay, yes, this
Okay.
is president of hotel. Hey, thanks for your service, buddy. Okay. We can tell. We can feel it.
I
Did a
like
great
that.
job here.
Love that you
Oh,
added the
I see it.
pickleball courts. It adds something. I appreciate it.
We didn't get a chance to stay here,
No, but we
but
appreciate it.
we've heard the room's unbelievable.
Next time.
Getting sweaty out.
Course is nice, right?
We didn't get a chance to play here, but we've heard the course is unbelievable. Guy's done well. This place is really nice.
Yeah.
Now, I've been told potentially that the Minnesota Vikings head coach is walking this way.
Okay.
I was certainly planning on ending this thing, getting in the car.
Yeah.
Guys are taking me back to God's country.
Amen. Get me home.
That's what I was thinking about.
So you won't be doing the Goodell press conference.
No chance. Yeah, the whole thing you were just setting up there. There's no way Andy Reid's walking out here with a little bit of a limp. Hell yeah, Andy Reid.
Someone said knee surgery.
Hell yeah, Coach. Good to see you.
Red.
Battling.
Out of town.
Is Kevin O'Connell coming here? When? Do you know? Right. Yeah, but like.
I think he'd understand.
You should send him back. Send him back. All right, we'll talk to Kevin O'Connell another day. I'm excited to hear what he's got to say. I'm honored for that. To be honest, this is one of the worst ones we've ever done.
Come on.
Yeah, Schrags, you were great.
Thank you.
Schrags, you were phenomenal. You got a chance to show.
I thought we were great.
I got a showcase.
Yeah, we couldn't have a guest. The whole purpose of being here is
Yeah, we're going to get all these coaches and all
What
these.
it's worth.
can't get anybody.
I waited for 2 hours for a head coach to do a taped interview for NFL Live, and I got blown off. So at least he didn't get blown off. At least
And now
it
we
was,
know
you know,
next year. East
They were probably
Coast,
boozing.
It will happen the way we thought it would.
Yeah.
It's on the East
In
Coast.
Florida. On American time.
To the crew to piece this together. Thank you all. You guys are
Guys, thanks.
Thank you.
You.
best of the best. Even the audio department.
Zito's working right now. He's like, Kim, get in here right now.
No.
He's telling him.
Yeah.
Get you.
Wait.
Back in the truck. Appreciate you, boys.
Good work, boys.
Way to go, Bruce. Really on top of all of it.
Took a couple hacks.
That's what it's all about.
You had the Odell, and then the Bishotti was like.
To the police officers, thank you, guys.
Thank you, police officers.
Thank you, officers. You guys are good.
Zito, no rush.
Little vitamin in the sky a couple different times. These cops didn't care about nothing. All right, we'll get out of here. If he's right here, it's just a little information, you know.
We're going to hit the Mike McCarthy.
Nah, it doesn't look like
Nah, he's not.
Say he's around here.
I mean,
if he gets here,
Who's that in the blue? Is that Shotty in the blue jacket?
Yeah.
Where's Shotty?
Coming out.
Out of the intro.
Underneath.
Oh, we're not doing that. We had good comment. We know what Shotty was doing last night. Shotty was awesome. He coached us in Indianapolis.
Did he?
Yeah, so I was our
What
first
was his?
quarterback.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
You
he
knew
was
him well.
quarterback coach.
Were you on the team?
Yep.
Yeah, it was a nice catch up with Shotty. We gave
Great
him
catching
we
up.
gave him the full like, you're the head coach of the fucking Dallas Cowboys.
How cool is that?
That's crazy.
He was telling me he was 32 years old when he was an offensive coordinator. That's pretty young. That's pretty cool. And now he's at this stage in his career.
Yeah, him talking
waiting.
about his dad last night a lot.
Yep.
There's a lot of stories about his dad and like things. It was really cool. It's
cool.
It was
Good
it was a
event.
late night conversation, but he was like, feels like he is very thankful for the opportunity, pumped, and also like they feel good about the Cowboys.
Yeah, we're going to do this.
They feel good about the Cowboys. They feel really good about the
Very good about the new DC, too.
Yeah.
Parker.
Yes, definitely. That was a good part of the conversation.
Extremely hot.
All right, we're ending this.
I'm out.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, hotel people, good work.
Thanks, guys.
Good work, hotel people. Stay here, Strikes. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life. We're in this thing together. Boys, great work out here.
You great
You
work.
too.
Nobody embarrassed program too bad, I'd say.
No, I think we did good.
I mean, there was some loud speaking in places, I think.
Yeah, at a loud restaurant. Yeah.
But after what I saw from the NFL last night, we're good.
I think kind of a different setting, but I do agree with what you're saying. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life. We're in this thing together. Team on me. Officer.
Put it up.
What up, yo?
There we go.
Team on me.
Keep it
Come on.
There we go.
All right.
There you go. We're going to head back to Indianapolis, Indiana. We are grateful to Arizona for being fantastic every time it's here. Thank you to the NFL for allowing us to broadcast from the parking lot and for allowing us to be a part of last night. The league is in good hands. We're proud to be a part of it, small part of it, and they need to figure it out with these refs.
Yeah.
They're in back there, too.
Nice.
One guy's got his hand up like.
Oh, yeah, he's just raised his hand like a teacher. Maybe we should ask him a question. We should get out of here. Team on me. Team on three. Thank you all so much for allowing us to do this for a living. 1, 2, 3. Team. Goodbye.